Good evening, everyone. I hope everybody's having a lovely Friday. I know mine was. So let's continue attempting to save what's left of my pitiful little empire here. Yeah, I'm just here for the intro music, right? I don't blame you sometimes, Mr. Ham. As I said, man, I get it. I'm right there with you. Oh, let's see. I always have to take a survey of what's going on, because I don't remember. Oh, that's right. I have with the Franks. Is it the Franks are coming up? The angles. Lots of angles. Sharp angles. Pointy angles. Bad angles. And I have another rebellion. Ooh, hello. Oh, that's right. You have been upgraded to Comes. That's right. I thought I did that before. Oh, well, whatever. It's fine. It's fine. Just auto-resolve that real quick. Just get rid of them. We'll see what the Comes look like and how they act in a little bit. But right now, we're not worried about that. Just execute the traitors. Put you back over here. And how we all doing tonight, guys? Definitely give me some more of that. I have retaken the part of Spain that was so foolishly lost to me. Now let's see here. Jetties. I need trade jetties. I need things to make me monies. Now, wow, what's our food? We need more food. We gotta have more food. Can't be not having food here. And Tingy. Ooh, you are on the verge, Mr. Tingy. Let's see. Why are you unhappy, Tingy? Alcipio, you are okay, but Tingy, you are not. Let's see. Now it's fishing jetty. So I got food. Why are you so... You're at -10. Caesarea. Why are you so unhappy? Immigrants, religious differences, and taxes. So, the filthy immigrants. That's the problem. There it is right there. It's the stinking immigrants coming in, man. For some reason, people don't like a massive influx of people just dropping off in their nation. People just don't like it. I don't know why. Don't know why. Seems weird, right? Now let's see. How many units do you have? You have 19 out of 20. Let's give you somebody else here. Let's see. Cataphracti, Scout Equites, then Equites Dalmate. But this is actually melee cavalry, not... Here's my shot cavalry, melee cavalry. Let's give us one more of those. And we are -15 per turn. Okay, that's not good. That's not good at all. Yikes. And that is kind of chewing up a little bit of my money there. Maybe another bath would be good. Oof, -49 food. That might be why y'all are so unhappy. Y'all are chewing through your food, and you're not making me any money. You're not making me money. I was about to say, I think a lot of that's due to some of the buildings I have, but nope. That's -10, -60. Just chewing up my food here. No? Oh, there's some food gone there. -20. Nope, never mind, not that. Let's see We'll fix it either way. We'll get some food going there. That won't be a problem. That won't be a problem. Now, these Huns are going to be a problem eventually, if not already. Now, let's see. These exploratres. Melee attack 19. wait, really? Melee attack 19? Alright, whatever. Let's see. Let's get some elite Palatinas in here. We have enough Javeliniers. I think we're pretty safe for those. But, as much as these are fun, we need more range. So let's see, what's the range of these guys? Melee damage. Where's my range?
Are you ready to serve?
Melee attack, melee damage, armor challenge. Where's the range? Do they not have range? Whatever, fine. I'll just take 4 of those. And I believe, yep, we took back Tarentum. Yeah, so we had actually re-established control over all of Italy last time, if I'm not mistaken. We done good. Done very good. And, if I'm not mistaken, this place we need... We should probably give ourselves some more food here. I think that's a good idea. But, mostly because I want to be able to build up the settlements in here. So if I get lots of food in here, then I can actually start building those settlements back up. And the next step, after all that is said and done, the next step will be to actually start retaking Gaul, if I can. No guarantees. If I can take them, I definitely will do it. Hey, Kiro, how's it going, man?
Ready for battle.
Ooh, Octodur. Oh, hello. Rebuild all you guys, man. That's not good. Let's put these little buggers out of their misery.
Ready for orders.
Or should I say salve? Is that more appropriate? Salve? Kill all the rebels.
Would that I were a
Of course we kill all the rebels. Those filthy, stinking rebels.
call this a garrison.
Ooh, let's see. Let's make sure all my generals are upgraded.
At your service.
Missed one.
How can I assist you?
Legio. Upgrade you.
My wits.
Oh, wait, what? I have a general that's just... Oh, hello. Why do I just have... I thought I... I started an army, but I thought I built you as something better. Good against cavalry.
Get the
I'm just gonna get
stakes up.
those.
Are you ready to serve? At your service.
Building as many armies as I can to re-invade Gaul in a glorious manner. That is fine. That is fine. Do not worry about that right now. Oh, yeah. Speed that up. Gotta see more stuff going on. Oh, looks like we have some more rebels we gotta deal with soon. How's your Friday been, Kiro? We gotta wait for all these Huns. They're starting to show up on my doorstep, but they're not attacking me, which is not making me feel good. Hey, Grim. Welcome to the party, sir. Happy Friday. I should probably do that away from the microphone when I do that. No one wants to hear me slurping my drink. Nothing fancy tonight, just water. Just water. Plain Jane old water. What do we got? We got cavalry and heavy stuff. That should be easy to fight. Oh, thank you. Thank you. It was a very interesting Friday. It's a fascinating Friday. I woke up to my entire, not my entire, the entire organization's network going down. That was fun. I mean, I didn't do anything to help. I just sat around and waited, but good Lord. I got to be a part of the phone call that was about. That was fun. I didn't help at all. You are correct, and neither would I. I wouldn't have helped if they asked me. I didn't do anything, and I will never lie to y'all and say that I did. See, this is the thing. Ham was gonna tell. Ham was gonna tell y'all. I was like, no. He's gonna pretend like he did something. No. I didn't do jack. I didn't help. I literally sat on the call silently for like 4 or 5 hours. Didn't do anything. Didn't do squat. I wasn't even pretending to help. That's where I was. I was sitting there staring at my phone for 5 hours waiting for the internet to come back up, or at least for the network to come back up. It was fantastic. The best part about it was that I mean somebody networked stuff that never should have been networked. That was funny. That was hilarious. Well, it was hilarious to me as someone who wasn't dealing with it, but it must have been horrifying for all the nurses. Like, maybe you shouldn't have, like, you know, patient, what do they call it, like the ICU beds with, like, the monitors. Maybe you shouldn't have those hooked up to the main network, right? Maybe you should have those in their own little tiny little network all by themselves. That seems like a much smarter plan than putting them all on the main network. That way, whenever the main network has a problem, all of a sudden, everybody doesn't look like they're flatlining. But what the hell do I know? What the hell do I know? I'm just some peon. Oh, man. I feel bad for those people. I don't know. Ham, were you on the call for that? Because that was absolutely freaking hilarious and awful at the same time. Oh, then never mind. So you missed that. So what ended up happening is that somebody I guess set up a bunch of the heart monitors and whatnot, like to tell if somebody's like flatlining or whatever, or coding, and they hooked those machines up to the main network. So whenever the main network went down, all those looked like they went flatlined, which is a terrible way to do that, but okay. And essentially it freaked everybody out, especially where it was located. Jeez. It was supposed to be the ICU for like for children. So like that was just so bad. Scared the crap out of the nurses really badly. Now, granted, again, I didn't have to deal with any of that, but jeez, do I not want to have to deal with them now? Glad I'm not a part of the network team. But that's not what we're here about tonight. We're not here about this tonight. We're here to see if I can beat back whatever these guys are. What are these guys? I don't even know what these guys are anymore. Oh, these are rebels. These are just straight up rebels. But we should all be thanking Ham for his diligence today. Well, or I guess people that were in the hospital. We should be thanking Ham for his diligence today. He did something useful. I did nothing but sit around and wait. Not that there was a whole lot I could do, but you know. And here they come, boys. They're gonna charge straight into my spears, my pokey bits. Maybe I shouldn't call them my pokey bits. Maybe I should call them something else. My speary boys. Let them fall. Wait, those are like rocks. Oh, no, they're little bolts. Wait, those are bolts. Those aren't even arrows. Oh, no, they're arrows. Okay, it's just, okay, that's fine. I like that. Never mind. We're good. We're good. I was like, man, those look like little bolts. Those aren't arrows. Yeah, they are. They're arrows. I'm being overtly sensitive about this. No. Why are you, no, what are you doing? What is that? Just immediately break formation. Fantastic. Good. I was hoping you would break the formation immediately. That sounds like the best course of action. Oh my god. Oh, those are the bolts. That is. Those are the bolts. Oh man, but it was a fun day for a lot of people, not for me. I got to experience everybody else's terror, but I didn't actually have any myself, which was fantastic. We should do that more often. And then I opened up Twitter and I was like, why do I come back here? Every time I open up this stupid website, I go, why did I come here? And every time I now always walk away going, I should never come back here ever again. And then I always do. I always do. The thunderous song of cavalry. And here, we're going to start taking out their lovely stuff. Yes, I heard what Apple's going to be doing. I am not happy about that. It's very, very, very scary stuff. Very scary stuff. Oh my gosh, but why am I not surprised? I mean, everything is coming down to monitoring everything that you do on anything that you have. Eventually your toaster will spy on you. Hey, you and me both, man. Not that Android is more secure or better, it's just at least they're not actively going to tell me they're going to go searching through everything that I own to make sure I'm not doing anything illegal. Great, thanks, man. Here I was afraid that, you know, we might actually end up being monitored 24/7. Now it's not really a fear so much as a, oh, okay. Alright, no. We're not ending this fight. We are going to simply charge down our lovely enemy here. They're going to all die. We don't want any chance of these little buggers getting away from us. That would be very sad. That would be very, very sad. But yeah, when I read that, I was like, God dang it, man. And I talked to one of the people that I know that's on the inside there, and they're like, well, it's totally voluntary. And I was like, dude, come on. Like, the fact they're even going to do that. So, the way that was supposed to work was that everything on your phone and in iCloud is 100% encrypted. Like, right? That was kind of one of the selling points of it a long, long time ago. Well, apparently they're just getting rid of that entirely, where they have the back door to your stuff, which I hate. Which the part that pisses me off the most is the fact that people that have already been using their product and using that stuff, like, they're kind of locked into it to an extent, and I hate that so much. This is why I really think physical media needs to make a massive comeback. It's like, oh, we don't like something that you do. We're gonna go ahead and like basically. There's so many ways to exploit that. Like really, like so one of the stipulations was that like if you're looking at things or if somebody sends you a picture that you shouldn't be looking at as a young man, like they'll know that. And not only will they know that, they're gonna ping like your parents. Now, if you're 13, 14 years old, there's an argument to be made that maybe there's like a good thing for that. But no. That means that they're gonna be actively monitoring your phone. Like, that's really weird, man. Yeah, the federal government's trying to get rid of that. They're trying to get rid of end-to-end encryption. They don't like it. It's such bullcrap. Like they're like, oh, we don't like the fact that we don't have access to everything that you have. It's like, well, that's the point, man. You're not supposed to. Well, we don't like it. Okay, well, get a warrant. It sucks. No, we shouldn't have to do that. Okay. Why? Why? Here's the thing. I'm not really like I get the reasoning behind it, but jeez, what a way to freaking do it. Alright, you guys, y'all gotta go. Y'all gotta get out of my area. Yeah, once the federal government basically makes it to where end-to-end encryption is no longer going to be a thing, I mean, that's the end of any kind of privacy you can ever expect. That means that no matter what you do, they're going to have access to it whenever they want it. Doesn't matter. And that's a nightmarish proposal. Alright, let's see here. Okay, let's see here. Argenteratum. Wait, how am I not at war with you?
Commander,
How am I not at war with Roman separatists? How does that make any sense whatsoever?
ready for orders.
Hello, what are you? The Picts. I thought I was no longer at war with the Picts. I should not be at war with the Picts.
In wasting the day on you. What you say had better please my ears.
Nope. I'm not starting yet. I'm gonna start when I darn well please. Yeah, I'll start soon.
Tongue that speaks without wisdom is not welcome.
Trade.
Be like
Really?
this deer and have a
It's like, we don't like you enough. It's like, I have lots of stuff to give you. Shut up! Alright. Now, let's see. Argenteratum, let's see where... You have one thing left, and then you're dead. But wait, how is my standing with them improving? That makes no sense. But yeah, so one of the things I will be doing tonight is instead of playing and doing it, I'm going to just stop playing for a minute, and we're just going to go through the history stuff. Tonight's is a bit longer than the other ones, and even last time's was a bit longer than I anticipated, so I had to kind of just rush through it at the end. So instead, I'm going to play for a little bit, and then maybe about another turn or two, I'm going to just start doing the history stuff for the night, and then we'll just keep playing. But trying to do both at the same time is a bit much. So 91, I'm going to definitely do that. Food is good. Oh, we like food. Now, Leptis Magna. Let's get us a bathhouse in there. But yeah, no, man, I'm always good to talk, dude. Never apologize for talking to me. Well, I guess, except for Ham. Ham should apologize for talking to me. How dare he ever speak to me without asking. Now, let's see. Negative 10. Next thing I need to do is I really need to take these guys out, or at least make them a vassal state or something.
Greetings, most excellent
Now, what if I make them a defense? Nope, that's not work. That's not work.
As you would before your own hearth fires.
Military alliance. Yeah, they don't like me that much. Is this deteriorating? No, it's improving, so that's weird. Alright. They're still unhappy. Road development 10. But one of the things I have been doing is I've been playing a little bit of Wasteland recently, Wasteland 3. And I've really, it really is a breath of fresh air for that kind of video game. I really enjoy it. I really do. It's rare that I sit down and I play a game and I'm like, I haven't come across anything I dislike so far. That's a really cool it's a cool feeling to have again. It's like every time you play in the game, you're like, I'm enjoying every bit of this. Even the silly, stupid parts. Even the parts that are kind of weird. Like, I enjoy every bit of this. It's a weird feeling for me. I mean, it's got a few things here and there that I don't really enjoy, but for the most part, it's a really solid, good game. And I really enjoyed Wasteland 2 as well. It's games that I would like to stream one day, but we'll get to that. We'll get to those eventually. Those are way down the line. Hello. Let's see. Spread religion, definitely. Public order, absolutely. Give me more public order. Or better public order, whatever. This is good fertility, so we definitely want the highest yield possible. And just like that, buildings, immigrants. I think if I actually moved him away, I might actually be good enough. Fantastic. Now, let's see here. Can I adopt anybody? Embezzle funds, secure loyalty. Wait, isn't there an adoption option? I thought there was an adopt option somewhere. Is that? Ah, here it is. Costs 71 influence, and he does not have that because he needs to conquest more. We can conquest a few things. We can make that happen. But in the meantime, I really would like to get you back up to the north, but I don't want to leave this without some kind of army here.
Ready for orders.
4 siege engines. Yes. Yes. Just realized how ridiculous that is. So if I moved you over here... Ah, -4. +4. Fantastic. Okay, so I gotta leave somebody there. That's no good.
Ready for orders.
I think now's a good time to just end the turn.
Hunger for battle.
Wait a minute, no. I need to move you guys up here. I do not need you in Florentia. I definitely don't need anybody over here anymore, at least not for a while.
Ready for battle.
You're still growing. You should be ready to go. The only thing I really need to worry about... Actually, no, hold on, wait. I think I was going to give these over to...
Ready for battle.
Yeah, wasn't I going to give my siege weapons over to somebody else? Crud, I should have written that down. See, I think I recruited these and then moved them down just to put them in somebody else's unit roster, but I guess not now. I guess that plan's over with.
Faster, damn you all.
That's right, faster, you buggers. And our next goal is to betray whatever peace treaty we signed with the separatists and take it from them.
At your
We shall
service.
take what is rightfully ours, men. All right. Let this turn finish. I want to see what's going on. The Picts still inching their way closer. But yeah, I don't know who did it, but somebody burned. Ah. Oh, hey, Grim. Thank you, sir. That was very loud in my ears. Come in. No, you're good, boss. You're good. I appreciate it either way. Ooh, you gonna try to take it? Is that what you're gonna do? Join war against the Huns. I really, oh my gosh, his face looks like putty. Not that mine looks much better. Or I guess not mine. Not that Honorius looks better. He looks like he has 2 giant, like, swabs of peanut butter stuck in his cheeks. He's a fatty. He's a very big fatty fat. But the Western or the Eastern Roman Empire, you're doing pretty good. I mean, we're probably doing roughly the same. I definitely lost 2 sections over here, and I lost a little bit of this area right here. But I mean, for the most part, I'm roughly where I was before. I haven't lost much now. I've managed to keep a hold of everything, and I've regained parts of the empire that I lost. I don't know how you lost this province in Syria. Oh, it's desolated. Ooh, that sucks. Desolated, 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 desolated. Alright, so that's the reason why they lost everything, because it's been destroyed. Wait, what? You dislikes me? Wait, why? We're friends. Why are we deteriorating? Great power, cultural aversion. We should have relatively the same culture. What the hell is this? All right, the past treaties of the Huns I get, but like past treaties of the Garamatians, really? I did not know that they had a cultural aversion to us. That's weird. Okay, well, that's dumb. Either way it goes, I'm not going to go to war with the Huns. It's just not going to happen. Unless they actually try to go to war with me. But they are sitting there raiding, and that's fine. As long as they don't try to take my cities, I think I can live with that. I mean, it's crazy that I've got so many Huns in my backyard, and yet none of them are going to actually go to war with me and Maybe that's because I'm way stronger than them at this point, but I don't know. They're willing to, there he is. There's them. There's them guys.
Ready for orders.
Oh, geez, a lot of people just lost. Oh, geez, okay, hold on. Before we do anything else, let's definitely make y'all, let's put y'all back in. Oh, God, no.
Commander,
Oh, that's not good. Let's see if I can get my generals back up in here. Where are you? How are you that low on that totem pole, man? Like, you should be relatively well off for influence. Oh, that's why. Because you're terrible. Unpopular. Wow. Yeah, okay, so that's not good. Jeez. Now, the big question is, can I take Tingy in one turn, and can I do it quickly without causing an uproar? Actually, you know what? I can do it, but I'm going to need another legion to help me out. I'm going to see if I can just take that place and own it, even though I probably don't need it for any kind of victory conditions. I want to see if I can take it. Right, one more turn, then we'll do history stuff. I promise. I promise. I'm not. I haven't forgotten. I really want to move forward with this. I'm finally on the offense. It's just really kind of nice now that as the Western Romans, playing defense is all I get to do. So the fact that I'm on the offense makes me happy. Let's see here. I need more of that and more of that. Give me more public order. I need all of the public order that you have. Give it all to me. As for you, Mr. Picked Man, there's a Celtic Axe Band, Celtic Woodrunners, lots of archers. Good lord, lots and lots of archers. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, I'm glad I have some horsies there.
Commander, set up the watch.
And I probably need some more horsies, honestly.
We hunger for battle.
And y'all, wow, y'all in negative 26, probably because of the raiders. Yeah, the raiding. Yeah, that'll probably do it. That'll definitely do it. Actually, hold on. Before I do that, let's not be hasty. That gives me money. Let's not get rid of the things that make me money. That's just dumb. 1,650 plus 13. Yeah, let's do that. I will deal with the paganism. If the pagans are what make us happy, then that's what I'm going to deal with. But I don't want to deal with them, you know. Alright, let's see. Let's get some more food up in here. Ooh, yeah, no. That's Italia. Yep. Make sure I don't have anybody else I can move. Can I move y'all? Nope. Still recruiting. Still recruiting. Y'all are done. But I don't want to move y'all yet.
I am yours to command.
Let's see. Hinder the
I
army.
will come from the darkness.
It's almost as if they know that I'm coming.
He guides my hands.
And I need y'all to be well rested, though. I can't be going into war with y'all like this.
Are you ready to serve?
Hello. What do you got? Oh, so you learned something. Investigate corruption. Ooh, that might be nice. Reducing corruption. If I can find that if I can just drop you off in a place that makes me lots of money, that'll be great. I did that with my Eastern Roman Empire campaign where I just dumped all of my agents in one area, and that one area had 100% like the revenue I was supposed to get. It pulled in like 8,000 or 9,000 gold per turn. It was fantastic. It was wonderful. I loved it. Okay, so we're gonna start our history stuff tonight, guys. We're gonna start it. Finally, we're gonna start. We're gonna start. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be grand. It's gonna be wonderful. Because tonight, we're doing the aftermath of the siege of Rome and how everything goes to crap. So, Where we last left off, the siege of Rome had been broken, and Belisarius, along with Narcissus, were attempting to figure out what they were going to do next. The problem with this plan is the fact that order and, I guess, cohesion among the Eastern Romans, or the Byzantines, begins to break down. And the generals start fighting with one another, which is around the time that we left off, because during their little fight between Narcissus and Belisarius, trying to figure out what the hell to do, our dear friend, Vitiges, decided to siege a city. And that city is named Arminium. Hello, let's see. Do I decree? No, that's going to reduce influence. Do that. So I'm going to stop playing for a second, and we're just going to focus on the story. We're going to focus on the history tonight, right now. And the first problem that we come with breaking the siege at Arminium is that the Goths, despite their losses, still greatly outnumbered the Byzantines, including Belisarius. Even with reinforcements from Narcissus, it would not be enough. So, as is custom, Belisarius comes up with a plan. If he could not have a large army, he would just make the enemy believe he had a large army. At this point, Narcissus and Belisarius, though butting heads, are still working together in some fashion. So Belisarius' plan was to divide the army into 3 parts, his own being the largest. The second force was to be under Narcissus. The third force would be set via the navy. All of them were to converge on the city of Arminium. This movement didn't go unnoticed. Vitiges discovered he was soon to be surrounded by a massive army under Belisarius, and instead of fighting, Vitiges broke the siege and fled. Again. Once again, Belisarius' strategy had worked. The city was saved, and no fight had been needed. So it would be surprising to hear that the general, John stationed in the city, didn't credit Belisarius with saving the city, but Narcissus. Narcissus wasn't even the first commander to enter the city once the Goths left. Now, both John and Narcissus had showed up after Belisarius had outmaneuvered and defeated the Goths and was already at the tail end of the siege of Rome. So he is very late to this party already, alright? Whether through lack of understanding, pride, or jealousy, they had come to believe the Goths were playing on easy mode and, as such, undermined Belisarius' accomplishments. Not to divert from the main point of the story, but both Narcissus and John had their teeth kicked in by Persians not long ago, so it appears to me that they were jealous more than anything. Of course, all the histories say, like, oh, no, it's because really, like, you know, Narcissus really deserves the credit. And it's like, nah, you just got your teeth kicked in so many different times, or so many different ways from Wednesday, that whenever the actual good general shows up, you just can't swallow your pride. That's what it is. That's what these people have a problem with. They can't handle the fact that there's somebody better than them on the same field as they are. That's what's doing this. But anyway, so the division is only growing, and it could not happen at a worse time. The Byzantines have the Goths on the run. Victory is very near, and now the generals are having difficulty working together. The division between Belisarius and Narcissus only grows, and this distrust and division is exacerbated by supporters of Narcissus telling Narcissus that Belisarius is beneath him, that he shouldn't have to take orders from a man beneath his station. After all, Narcissus was favored by the emperor and the empress. Belisarius is just a general, completely ignoring the fact that Belisarius has been given supreme command over the invasion of Italy. Quite literally, their prides get so much in their way, they stop paying attention to the chain of command all the way up to what the emperor decrees, because that's a smart way to do this. Oh my god. Like, when I read this, I was just sitting there just going, wow, these people lived. Anyway, but like anything decreed by a far-off power, the further away they are, the more likely it is to be ignored. So instead of working with Belisarius, Narcissus begins to put forward plans to Narcissus begins to put forward plans counter to Belisarius's. Now, there's nothing wrong with you know, ideas other than the ones put forward by the guy in charge. That's completely fine. But Belisarius was completely aware of Narcissus' supporters bad-mouthing him. Narcissus views on him being weak in the belief it was Narcissus, not Belisarius, who should be in charge. The division gets so pervasive that this issue spreads through the army, with half the army vocally siding with Belisarius and the other siding with Narcissus. Even fresh reinforcements from Constantinople had taken sides before they even reached Italy. That's a very, very big problem. It's a massive problem. If you've got half of your army literally basically not willing to hear out a general or even follow their orders just because of some stupid political feud, that's horrifying. As a commander, I would be like, I need to find the guy that's like competing with me and basically kill him. Just put this out of our misery. Just get rid of him. I mean, in classical Roman times, they would have decimated their own armies. They would have literally killed 1 in every 10 men. For some reason, the Eastern Romans just didn't. Oh, I guess the Byzantines just didn't deal with this. All right. Through multiple battle plans falling apart due to distrust, Narcissus and John eventually refused to camp their army with Belisarius. Instead of following Belisarius' battle plans, they forward their own. This leads to gains and losses for the Byzantines' forces, but appears to have still produced a net positive outcome when looking at the settlements they reclaimed. However, due to a lack of cohesion, the rate at which progress was being made was really, really a lot slower than it used to be. The culmination of this falling out occurred at the Byzantine-controlled city of Mediolanum. Thanks to the Byzantine infighting, Vitiges had time to call for reinforcements, and a force of 10,000 Burgundians had marched to aid him. Thanks to the Byzantine dissension and bolstered forces he had gained in April 538, his army laid siege to the city. Upon hearing of this, Belisarius ordered a relief force be sent to the city. His commanders, supporters of Narcissus, instead sent calls to John and Justin for reinforcements. This is painful for me to even read. Reinforcements for themselves before attempting to help the city. John and Justin refused to answer a call for aid without orders from Narcissus. Their reasoning was that Narcissus, not Belisarius, was their commander. Forget the fact that they were sent there to retake Italy and that their fellow countrymen were under siege. No, that doesn't matter. There were politics on the line, and they would not make a foolish mistake of being on the wrong side of history. The city was on its own, and Vitiges would not make the same mistake he made at Rome. Instead of assaulting the city, he surrounded it and waited. Why assault it when you can just starve a city into submission? Mundalas, the Byzantine commander of the city, was surrounded. Outside of his initial call for aid, there was nothing he could do. It must have been terrible, calling for help, believing that his countrymen would rush to his aid, only to wake morning by morning, week after week, month after month, looking to the horizon in hope to seeing allies marching to relieve him and his men, only to see the tents and the fires of the Goths and Burgundians. The men on the walls would see their enemy laughing and eating around their campfires as their own food stocks began to dwindle. The Gothic commander then sent an envoy to Mundalas. The envoy offered the garrison safe passage if they left the city. The problem is that they mentioned nothing about the safety of the civilians. Normally, this wasn't an issue, but the only reason the Byzantines held the city was because the population had rebelled against the Goths. So when no guarantees were made regarding the city's inhabitants, Mundalas feared for the safety of the people, as he should have. The initial request for surrender was refused, so the Gothic force waited more. In March 539, the Byzantine garrison was out of food and no one had come to relieve them. So the Goths sent an envoy, again, with the same terms. They would be spared, but they must leave the city. Mundalas must have felt very alone at this point. He could not withstand an assault at this point. His men were starving, and no hope could be found in reinforcements coming in time. His men were begging him to accept the terms. Seeing no other options, he reluctantly agreed to surrender the city. Narcissus, upon learning of his commanders not moving to aid the city, ordered John to go and relieve the city as quickly as he could, but it was too little, too late. Upon arriving, the city had been met with slaughter and destruction. The Byzantines had lost one of the wealthiest cities in Italy, and they had caused the deaths of almost the entire city because Narses had let dissension not only fester within himself, but within the army at large, and then he encouraged it. All of a sudden, those filthy Goths that he thought were weak and stupid seemed like a real threat. Now Narses had a bunch of egg and dead people on his face, and everyone knows it. Since he had a very visible fallouts with Belisarius, and commanders openly refused to accept orders from Belisarius in favor of Narses, hiding this tended not to be an option. I mean, how much of an idiot do you have to be to encourage your own men to not listen to the guy in charge, and then encourage people? I can't. I'm trying to wrap my head around this. I've tried to read this from multiple points of view of like why you would do this, and all it comes down to is that somebody was butthurt that they weren't in charge. I mean, quite literally. You got and by the way, the city was razed. So Mediolanum was one of the wealthiest cities in Italy at this point. It was basically one of the trade centers of the entire not the continent. I'm sorry, of the entire nation, and he basically let it burn to the ground because he just couldn't get his freaking head out of his own butt. That's insane to me. That's utterly insane to me. Like, why would you do this? Why? I mean, and, oh, by the way, the Roman garrison that was let out, they got to watch. They literally got let out of the city, and as soon as they were let out of the city, they said, "Hey, thank you, but why don't you wait it right over there?" And then in the background, all they heard was the people screaming in agony as literally they set fire to buildings and basically butchered people in the streets, and it was almost to a man. They killed almost everyone in the city for turning to the Romans. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. If I was Mundulus, I'd be pissed. Anyway, Narcissus' pride was on full display and shining so brightly that even the Emperor Justinian can see it. But despite Narcissus losing a major wealthy city, his dissension slowing down the recapturing of Italy, causing villages and surrounding cities to defect back to the Ostrogoths, and overall causing dissension among the entire Roman force, even back in the east, Narcissus is recalled. But not because he massively screwed up. No. He was a favorite of the emperor and empress, so when they recall him from Italy, he gets to go back to the royal court and be an advisor to Justinian. This also probably didn't endear those commanders to Belisarius very much. Imagine that embarrassment when your general leaves and now you have to answer to the guy who you told to screw off. In order to undo, at least in part, the damage of Narcissus, Justinian had to send a letter with acknowledgement of Belisarius as supreme commander of the Roman forces. Again, Justinian had already done this once before, but apparently people weren't listening. Now that internal politics had been settled and Narcissus managed to fail further upwards, Belisarius could get back to the business of killing filthy degenerate Goths. The last real city left was the capital of Ravenna, the former seat of power for the Western Romans and the current seat for the Goths. But in order to retake Ravenna, he would have two obstacles to overcome: the cities Oximum and Faesulae. If one of these cities were to be allowed to stay in Gothic hands, the Byzantines would be open to attack from the rear. Byzantines would be open to attack from the rear whenever they moved to take the capital. Vitiges is seeing the writing on the wall. Belisarius has done nothing but win, and he showed no signs of changing that. So Vitiges did the only thing he could do: try to encourage enemies of the east to attack. Now, he knew that the Sassanids, the empire is working with, would not want a stronger Byzantine empire, so the odds of them doing something was likely, especially since the campaign in Italy was almost completed and Africa was already conquered. But Vitiges knew that they couldn't reinforce him, or I don't think he believed that they could. Logistically, every which way you cut it, any help would have to fight through the entire Eastern Empire, then travel halfway around the world at the same time. At best, my belief is that Vitiges was hoping for a war and a real serious threat to the integrity of the empire. A Sassanid invasion had a much greater chance of dismantling the empire than anything else. His best hope, in my opinion, was to bring the threat of assassinates to the Byzantines' doorstep, which would result in the recall of Belisarius. Ravenna's way down here. Well, technically, Ravenna is not here. Ravenna is somewhere over here in reality, but they kind of, if I remember correctly, yeah, I think Ravenna's a little bit further up here if we're looking at an actual map. But, you know, these aren't always perfect, right? Although I think this city is actually where it's supposed to be. Maybe it's like supposed to be over here, but this one is roughly where it's supposed to be. Ah, man. Okay. I'm going to take a turn. I am here to play, so let's play. We're going to take a turn, then we'll keep going. Let's see. Preach doom, discourage the populace. Let's do one of those. Oh, no, not both. Let's do one of each. But yeah, no. So literally the entire campaign is being put on hold and in a very bad position because Narcissus just could not be narcissistic. It's kind of weird how that works, but you know, whatever. All right, let's siege. Oh yeah, we're declaring war, and no one's helping us. We don't want them to be involved. None of them get to be involved.
Laying siege to the settlement.
Definitely move y'all up.
But I were as swift as the angels.
And now, there's no way in hell they're living through this. None. I've got 3 sets of onagers. Actually, no, let's do this. I wonder if I can. Can I trade troops? I cannot trade troops yet. They're just too far away. All right, let's take it. We're gonna take the city. We're taking the city back, boys. Jeez, I still got way more to go. Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I see. This is the last leg of the first phase of the Gothic War, and it's actually the last section I have before I start going into more depth. So one of the things that I ended up doing is eventually I was like, you know what, let's put in all the details. Let's put in every detail I can find. Let's put in all the even the itty bitty stuff. Let's put it in. And so, why did I not wait? That was stupid. Whatever. So actually, after this week, we're gonna be getting into like the nitty gritty that no one cares about. Well, I guess I care about it. Yes. Yes. They were already outnumbered. But it's okay. We'll outnumber them even more. Ooh, Comes. This is Comes, right? Comes? That's heavy cavalry. Comes. Oh, so this is just cavalry, okay. Alright, boys and girls. Let's start marching this way, boys. And girls. Shut up, man. I don't know if this would be considered a pincer attack. It kind of is, and it kind of isn't.
The tide of battle turns in our favor.
Was it ever against us? I don't even know that.
Reload.
Get them, boys. Look at that. Strawberry jelly all over the ground.
Everyone white to any man.
Oh, you're coming at me, huh? We can deal with that.
Scout Edwards.
Oh, they're charging. Okay. They're actually rushing forward to meet me. They are so interested in it. They're coming to say hi. Well, that's okay. I'm cool with that. Let's move you guys over here. I didn't even bother forming my soldiers up. I did not pay any attention to this setup here. Yes. Yes, glory it is. Now run. Come here. I guess we're fighting here, guys. I guess that's what we're doing now. I mean, I didn't want to do this, but I guess that's what we're going to do. No. Let's not waste my cavalry in a frontal charge. That's suicide. Well, it's not really suicide. It's just not smart. Let's use my cavalry for what they're supposed to be used for, which is actual screening and flanking. I don't have heavy cavalry, so I gotta be careful how I use my stuff. Oh, they're just dumping everything in one direction. Okay, alright, that works. Oh, hello. Okay, so hi. Hi, Mr. Cavalryman. Go, boys, go! Oh, hello. Jeez. Ooh, don't do that. Don't run that way. Very good. Very good. Yes. Yes. Definitely go take those. Yeah, definitely gonna take those. Let's see, move you guys this way. Let's make sure y'all aren't going anywhere. Show me the strawberry jelly. That sweet, sweet ketchup.
The enemy is attacking our general.
Well, I'm gonna fix that in a second. Very good. Move you guys up there. Well, anybody else had anybody have any fun, interesting Friday stories to tell? Anything fun or exciting happening? Oh, there goes the city. That was kind of costly, though. I wasn't expecting them to charge out of the city. But I took the city. And now that region is back in safe Western Roman hands. Good Roman hands.
Ready for orders.
Now let us repair the damage these filthy barbarians have done to my cities. And let's see what we got. What do we have? We have garrison quarters and a cavalry. Ooh, cavalry. We can recruit cavalry here in a little bit. That's going to be nice. Oh, God. Me too. I mean, pandemic crap is just... look, I mean, I really do believe that eventually we just have to say, okay, we're done. And just be done with it. And then everybody goes home. But I don't think we're there yet. I think people need to learn more. I hate to be that way, but I just don't think people have learned their lesson yet. I'm not even saying, like, you know, you can't take precautions or do anything. I'm just saying, like, yeah, I just think that people aren't ready to go back to normal yet. There's the majority of people I think are done. I think that's really what it comes down to, and they're just like, shut up and leave me alone. But I think enough people are not, and the people that are ready to go back to normal are being very kind about it. Ooh, Back for Blood. Okay, so I am interested in that. I am definitely interested in that. But we're not there yet. We're not going to play that for a while. It's not out yet either, so it works. So I have some food. Immigration, taxes, characters, religious differences. Oh, wow. Everything's, like, stuck here. Nothing is changing. Ooh. Oh. Alright. And it's public order. God dang it. Let's start putting people in here that actually can do some good. Blood feud. Okay, hold on. Boring. 5 food. Okay, maintenance cost minus 6%. Army recruitment, public order plus 4. What if I, Mr. Secundus, gave you Aquitania? Taskmaster, Integrity, Baetica. Let's see, who's... Tarkanesis. Oh, we're getting there. We're getting there. But first, I need to start putting people in positions of power. Administrator, Lusitania, I really don't know. I'm going to put you somewhere where I can actually maximize you. Industrial buildings. Lusitania. Oh, whoa. Lusitania. Nope. Lusitania. And then let's do increase public order. Okay, let's do that. What's our Latin Christian? Oh, it's falling. So yeah, let's definitely let's crank that up. And yeah, I do have a mod installed where I can do as many. I can do like 100 different regional governors or whatever. I have it that way because I think it's stupid that you can't have more than like 4 or 5 regional governors. That makes no sense to me. That on a functional level of any empire, that makes no sense. I'm only gonna put 4 people in charge. It's like, why? That's dumb. This decreases immigration. Ah, that's probably one of the reasons we all are happier. Yeah, it reduces the immigration penalty. And let me guess, y'all are unhappy due to immigrations. Let's do the same thing here. That should decrease it by at least 8, maybe more. Although the religious differences, it's split across. Now, another thing that I always found so interesting is that, man, the Greek Orthodox Christians were totally cool with the Latin Christians for the most part, but man, they really hated Arian Christians. They really hated Arian Christians. They basically saw them as nothing more than just pagans. It was really weird. Like, but they believe, they don't believe like everything you believe. That's okay, fine, but like, they still believe in Jesus, and it's like not good enough. And it's like, oh, okay. So, really weird flex there, guys. All right, let's see. Fishing jetties. Definitely gonna want that food. But let's keep focusing on my governors right now. Carthagenesis. Oh yeah, that's right. Carthage is pretty wealthy, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, let's put one of the guys that can do tax rates. Carthagenesis. Well, I would argue that if that's the argument. Wait, hold on. Where did I just throw you? Carthagenesis? Where did I just throw you? Oh, did I throw you over here? No. Jeez. Okay, hold on. I thought Carthage. Yeah, it's Africa, not Carthagenesis. Where's Carthagenesis? Oh my gosh, I've lost a province. Oh, there it is, Carthagenesis. Okay. Where am I? There it is. No, I want to put you. Oh, for the love of God, I lost him. Jeez, god dang it. One would argue that the purpose of that is the fact that it just proves the point that they need it. All right, let's see here. 1717, 1961. Baetica is not a bad place. Lusitania. Gallica, or Galicia. I don't even know. Yeah, I really need to take back Tarraco from, what are these? Hispanic rebels that I was forced to make peace with. Well, the thing is that at the time, like, the biggest issue between the two that I can find is the nature of God was that they were so pissed off about. Like, Arians, they believed that, like, Jesus wasn't fully God. He was, like, fully man. And this was actually the big fight in the church during this time, is the fact that people didn't believe that, well, people did, but there were multiple different views on that. And so it really ended up causing a division between a lot of different groups. Oof. Yeah, that's... No, thank you. I'm not going to tax this place until it actually has some food. And so, like, the modern interpretation among most, what would you call them? Not Orthodox, they're, Jeez. Reformed. There we go. Reformed. Is that Christ was fully God and fully man. That's the traditional, I guess, modern interpretation. And so, Liguria. Liguria. There we go. Come on. You can do it. Come on. Whereas back then, that was not something that was on the table. Like there was, that was not really a thing that anybody thought about. It wasn't until I think it's around the Gothic wartime, whenever they're trying to figure out how to square some of the pegs that they have problems with. That's one of the priests that was like basically just sitting at a table, and he's like, "Why isn't he both? He is God. He can do what he wants." And they're like, "I accept this interpretation. He can be fully God and fully man." And thus, that was kind of where it came from. And it seems kind of silly, but at the same time, like, people fought wars over that. Like, people died over that. It's kind of weird. Well, it's weird to me because, like, I'm of the persuasion that if your neighbor thinks mostly like you but doesn't think exactly like you, that doesn't mean you go murder your neighbor. But what the hell do I know? All right, let's see. Oh, so instability -1 per turn. Oh, jeez. Garrison encampment, Regium. I actually don't want to get rid of that. Not yet, anyway. Mostly because I'm worried about them coming back and rebelling again. All right. What's this? All right. So this is going to be, yeah, 100% Latin Christianity. And let's see. We'll pick up in just a second. I just want to take one turn and then we're going to go right back into it. Characters, immigrants. Let's see if we can decrease that, and that should actually. It may lower my Christianity, but that's okay. We'll fix that in a little bit. Hello. Upgrades. Gotta love us. Gotta love the upgrades. Give us upgrades.
At your service.
Now, as for you.
Treading
Oof. If I get lucky, maybe I can actually get an army back up here and start retaking England.
Can I assist you further?
Properly reintroducing them. Upgrades, people. Upgrades. That's right. Kiro's got it right. Now, you, sir, can actually reduce corruption by 10%. What's the corruption rate here? Oh, there's no corruption. I'm not taxing it. That's right. That plays a role. Now, let's see. I don't care about those. I care about these. So I'm going to have to take these two first before I move on to these, because that will start a war with these guys, and I do not want to do that unless I absolutely have to, or at least not until I'm ready, and I'm not ready yet. In the meantime, hinder that army.
Destruction and chaos.
All right. So Vitiges is trying to instigate the Sassanids into attacking the Byzantines. Well, end that turn. Anyway, if his plan was to actually have the Sassanids essentially distract the Byzantines, this is kind of a long shot plan in my opinion. Though maybe not a bad one, the Byzantines had been exchanging border territories with the Sassanids for generations. A renewed invasion would be bad for the Eastern Empire, but not something that they haven't handled before. But that's my own speculation. Back to our righteous crusade. The two cities were the only things buying time for Vitiges. So Oximum and, what's it called again? I lost it. What's the name? Crud. Fazale, I think. That's what it's called. Those are the only two things buying time for Vitiges, and they weren't going to last. Belisarius personally led the siege at Oximum, but he didn't have to wait long. Fezile surrendered to his other army, and once he paraded the leaders of the garrison in front of Oximum, that caused that city to surrender. So 2 cities down and not a single man lost. Now the city of Ravenna was all that was left. Vitiges decided he had a better chance of defeating Belisarius in the field than he did in a siege. He's probably right, too. In an open field, there's room for clever tactics, but the odds of knowing about it and countering it are more likely. So both armies met and camped on the opposite sides of the Po River. Hello. Nope. Not taking that fight. So, why the Po River? It's about 50 miles at its closest point from Ravenna. For one person to walk this, we're talking about a day on modern roads. It's much harder with an army. It's far. So I'm going to put my ancient general thinking cap on and see why this river specifically. Oh, I guess we're not ready to do this yet. So I actually kind of thought about this for a little bit. Is why would you choose this place? I think there were better places to go, but I wasn't there. So again, I'm putting my speculation on something that I truly cannot. Oh wow. Well, y'all are all useless. Just might as well put you back here. Y'all are just gonna be in the way. Let's get these guys. Oh, I have an onager. Yeah, boy. I have 4 onagers. So let's put the best troops at the front. And I think these are the rebels, right? I wasn't even paying attention. I wasn't even looking at the screen. I think this is this is the settlement I just took. Did I move my reinforcements back? I don't think I did I? I don't think I did. So I should be getting reinforcements here too. Which actually doesn't make me feel good. Oh yeah, here they are. They're coming from this direction. Ah, crud. I don't want to fight an open fight. I want them to mash up against me. It's a much, much easier fight if they're just crushed against my shields and my spears. In the meantime, though, I can actually block this off. And I can block this off. Oh, yeah, now my general. Sweet. Oh, no, I want to keep you up here. Although I do miss my general being on foot. I really like. I prefer infantry over cavalry. I love cavalry. It's fun. They're fun, but they're just, I don't know. There's something about them. I just prefer. I prefer infantry. Infantry are more fun. See, now they got rid of their gladiuses, and now I think they're holding spathas, what do you want to call them? And now the siege begins.
The enemy draws near. The tide of battle turns in our favor.
Is that it? That's all I got? Really? Oh, maybe there's too many units on the screen. That may be it. I don't know why they don't have I don't know why they have a unit cap. I mean, I get that this game is not what's the word I'm looking for? Optimized. So I get that part, but like there's almost no reason why there should be a real limit cap. And this is coming from somebody that really doesn't like to micromanage armies. Like, I actually have Crusader Kings 2 installed on my computer that I haven't played yet because it looks like there's not a lot of micromanaging from the military side, but it just looks like a lot of minutia for the political side, and I was like, I don't know if I want to do that. It's interesting. It's a cool idea, but I'm like, I don't know if I want to do that.
A tower has been destroyed.
They destroyed my tower. That took me a whole half a turn to build. It occurs to me that I don't have
Barricades are under attack.
I don't have any real what do you call it, ranged attacks here. Or ranged units, I should say, not ranged attacks. I don't have any ranged units. Now, cavalry, you have a job to do. And that job is to smash things into oblivion. I was supposed to say, I've got more cavalry, and then I realized I do in name. Not in function. Oof, that sucks. That's right in the middle, too. Oh, you're out of ammo. That sucks. Wait. Ooh, you better... Those are gonna break. Run. Yes, throw your lawn darts at them. That is what they are for. Here we go. Let's get in formation. Nice, good, nice. Yeah, form whatever you call a testudo. Oof, I may want to put them with another unit too. Just in case. Now. You boys, we're going this way. Come on. Let's go have some fun. Let's go kill some people. In a game. We're not actually killing people. Just in case somebody decides to get me in trouble for that. Just in case my our dear friend is watching this evening. Oh yeah. Charge right into them. They got nothing. They got nothing. Bam! Yes! A unit has perished. Oh, just archers. Go, 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 go. Let them fight. Like the Godzilla movie. Let them fight. Because that was the smartest thing you can do. Oof. It appears that you are going to attempt to attack me. I would not do that. That would be... It's a very, very bad idea. Alright, and then you guys right up here. Right up there. And then... None of you are about to escape. Y'all are all gonna die. Every last one of you buggers are gonna die. Are y'all tired? Oh, y'all are tired. Nice. Do not need y'all tired. Who? Oh, my frickin' speary boys. Okay, I think I screwed that up a little bit. Get him. Just kill him. Now. Ooh, run, 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 run. Run, 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 run. Charge! Charge! Boom. There we go. That's a good cavalry charge. I guess we're doing this the hard way. Alright, you guys breaking up and moving over here. Finish these guys off. Actually, we don't need both of y'all. We just need one of y'all. Finish them off. Man, I got a lot more cavalry than I thought here, even though I'm missing like 2 units. Any exciting plans for the weekend, guys? I have to catch up with a bunch of work that I haven't been doing. It's sad. Not like work, just around the house work that I've been neglecting. No. Y'all are not leaving. None of them are leaving. Absolutely not. None of these buggers are leaving. Get them. Very good. Very good. Oh, we got a straggler over here. Go, boys, go. Charge all the way there. Oh, there they are, just zipping around. Look at them. There they go. There they go. Whee! As they run across the field as fast as they can to catch the 4 or 5 guys that ran away a long time ago. Like, maybe we'll make it. We're gonna make it. We're gonna make it. Oh my god. Oh my god. Doesn't that suck as you're running? You just hear like a gentle like sound of cavalry behind you, and then it just gets louder. You're like, oh. Here it comes. They're probably yeah, they're winded. They're gonna make it. They might make it. They might make it. No. Nope. They were so close too. Oh no. They tried. Oh well. Now who's left? Oh, looks like these guys might make it too. Oh, they're not gonna have a chance in hell. They're not gonna have a chance in hell. Come on. Come on. Committed Tenseis, huh? Run, Yellow Pants, run! Run, Yellow Pants, run! Nope. And that should be it, I think. Oh, look, I've got more. I've got reinforcements, too. Oh, look, there's even more. Jeez, okay. Fantastic. All right. So, working. Yeah, I hear that, Grim. If it's not working on work, you're working on the house, or you're working on something going on. It's always something. What the heck is that? It's like a peasant. Oh, it's a spy. It's like, what is going on over here? It's my spy, I think. So let's see. Let's execute the rebels. And I believe that is the end. Yep, that is the end of the Roman separation. No more. No more. They are all dealt with. We are done with the Roman civil. Oh, there's still a civil war. Okay, hold on. Before we get back into the history, who is freaking left? What? 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 When did they take a city? How did they take a city? I don't remember fighting that battle. I'll deal with them in a second. Hold up. I'm gonna fix that right quick and in a hurry. How did they kick out my... Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna... Let's see. I'm gonna tear down my own walls that I just had. I feel like the game was like, oh, you defeated this faction, we're gonna make another one. It's like, okay, thanks. Oh, is that what that was? Okay, well, I'll fix that really quick. Septimus Drusus. That name actually does sound familiar, so maybe that's what it was. Do I want to siege it or do I want to auto-resolve? It's auto-resolve. Let's just auto-resolve it. Let's just call it a day. So we get back to the story that we're all here to witness. Or listen to, I should say. Not really witness. And occupy. I'm not gonna savage my own group. Okay, let's see. Let's make sure there's nobody. Is there anybody else want to rebel? No? I didn't think so. Jeez. He's gaining popularity, but still. Alright, now let's see here. Let's give you an office. I think Baetica is actually not bad. I thought Baetica was, where's Baetica? Baetica. Oh, there it is. How much money does that get? How much money do you pull in? Almost 2,000. Okay, that's not bad. You'll get Baetica. Landowner. Ooh, agriculture. So let's find a place that does lots of, like, food. I think, yeah, this place does. Let's see. Definitely do the immigration one. Wasn't there one down here that had needed food? It produced lots of food, I thought. I thought I had a section over here that just produced lots and lots of food. I mean, do I even tax this place? Yeah, I do. They bring in nothing, though. Who brings in food? I thought I had like an area or two around here that brought in lots of food. Here maybe it, but I already got somebody there. No, I'm not there. Already got somebody there. My next step is going to definitely be to get an army to take out Tarako and put that back under my jurisdiction. Now let's definitely reduce that. Ugh. Greco-Roman paganism and Arian Christianity. I don't even know how it's rising up. There's nothing around here. Anyway, continuing on where we left off. Now, so the reason why I want to kind of interject my own opinions here is because I think it's important to understand what's going on and why, especially for the fight they're about to get into, because knowing why somebody chose something is very fascinating to me, and, you know, looking at the old school tactics is also fun. So I just kind of wanted to kind of dive into to explain why they chose, or why they just chose the Po River to be where he stood. So, first things first, the Po is the longest river in Italy and large enough to ferry men and supplies across, as it was used for normally. The river is easily flooded and very deep on average. Belisarius can ignore Vitiges, and he can try to take Ravenna, but if he does, he will either have to split his army and siege with half of the men and hold Vitiges at the river, or he has to dedicate to one or the other. So, because the river is so large, because the river is so close, I wish you could, I think, is this the Po River? Yeah, I think this is the Po River right here. Although, does it even show on the map? No, it does not. That's unfortunate. But yeah, I think this is the Po River right here. Or at the very least, it's roughly where it is. It literally just spans Italy. So, now, as I said, it's a bit closer to Ravenna, but more or less what he has to do is that if Belisarius was to actually try and take the city without dealing with him, Vitiges can just literally run down here and just attack him immediately. And now he has to be stuck between the walls and Vitiges' army. Not a good place to be. The defender, no matter what, always has the advantage. Always. Doesn't matter if you've got the numbers or not. If you're defending, especially a city or a river or a hill, you have the advantage, no matter what. It's always the case. If Belisarius ignores... What the heck? Oh, jeez, man. Alright, so there's a little spider that was, like, crawling across my wall just now. But the lamp that I have turned on right now, like, made that bugger look really big. It freaked me out for a second because I saw one of its legs move, and I was like, oh my god. That freaked me out a little bit, not gonna lie. Sorry. Not relevant, but still. It's like, whoa. I was like, how did I miss you in my freaking office? Okay. So, right. So if Belisarius ignores Vitiges and commits to the siege, Vitiges can pin him against the walls of Ravenna within a day, or 2, he can ignore him, and that's not really an option. In order to take Ravenna, he must deal with the army. With Vitiges' army. But his options for being crafty are limited as well. As I said, it's a very long river, and it's rather wide. To Vitiges' back are the Alps as well, meaning that he can run to those for potential defense if he really needs to, or to force the enemy into the front if he has to. But these are kind of last-ditch measures. What he wants to do is you want to fight them while they're crossing the river. You can't be cut off from supplies very easily because the river will provide plenty of water and food, along with being able to ferry supplies back and forth. Not to mention the surrounding villages and towns in the area that will keep you easily supplied, and you can't easily get to them because, again, the river cuts you off. He also can't easily move troops across or around Vitiges' forces. Even if he did split his forces, it would be cut off and isolated from the main force, making its uses limited. Simple screening or light cavalry would be able to deal with most issues that might be able to arise like this. The only viable way across was over a bridge in a narrow direct assault or by moving across the river via boat or both. But Vitiges is planning for this. What he's going to do is he's going to jam posts into the river close to his side, and this will keep the enemy boats from moving into the shore, in more shallow parts of the river, on his side. The heavy armor of the enemy infantry will be their weakness. If they try to disembark, they'll sink. If they try to unjam the logs, they'll risk tipping over at worst, and at best they're stuck, and you can just skirmish them with almost no risk. So, Belisarius can't ignore Vitiges. He can't cut supplies off easily. Frontal assault is near impossible. Cutting his forces in half isn't an option, since Vitiges will be able to see it and intercept it before it became an issue. He's in a very good spot. So, as I said, normally I don't want to put my own 2 cents on things. I like to let historians tell us what happened. But why someone would choose a river like that one is interesting, and I don't disagree with the position, but I think there were better ways to maybe do that. But I'm not going to go into it. But there's some more surrounding geography that might have been better had he just stuck to maybe like skirmishing Belisarius, much in the same way that Vlad the Impaler does with, I forget which Ottoman Sultan or whatever decides to try and invade Romania, where like his very, very tiny force essentially destroys an army because he just keeps, actually no, I think the Romans actually did this with Hannibal. Hannibal lost not because he wasn't a good general. He lost because he was just skirmished across the entire. He was skirmished from Spain all the way into Italy, and once he hit the Alps, I think that was the part that really scared people. But he lost because he basically lost a lot of his men in that fight, because the entire way up there he was just being skirmished. He won every battle, but he was skirmished so often and so much that he just lost a lot of men. If I remember correctly. It's been a long time since I've looked at the Battle of actually, I can't remember what the heck the battle was. I need to look at that again. But it's a valid strategy, and it works really well. If you don't have the numbers, just keep poking them from far away and then run. But anyway, the reasons why I just described are the ones that I believe he would have chosen that as a good place. Again, you can essentially prevent the enemy from ever getting around you, and even if they did, they'd have to go miles downriver, where your scouts and your spies are going to see him coming from a mile away. Anyway, whether or not those were his tactical reasons or actions were as superior as my own, of course, his plans seem to have worked, because instead of attacking Ravenna, Belisarius moved his army to the opposing side of the river. Belisarius, now facing his enemy from across the river, must have been very frustrated. Vitiges had made his move and could stay on the other side of that river and keep him from crossing almost permanently, or at least not without extremely high casualties. Now, we're gonna move to another part of the empire here, because Justinian is very jealous right now. He does not like the fact that Belisarius is getting so much attention. As a matter of fact, word on the street is Belisarius is pretty much the greatest thing in the world, and Justinian is just some guy that sits on a throne. You can imagine the ego of an emperor is very easily damaged, and it's not really smart to do that. So Justinian wants to play a more active role in defeating the Goths, because this is going to end well. So, unbeknownst to Vitiges or Belisarius, Justinian hired the Franks to attack the Ostrogoths. That's all we know. We know that he sent a letter to the Franks and some money, asking them, hey, can you come just kill off all the Goths? And that's it. We have no idea if they ever accepted, if they even got the letter. We don't know. There's nowhere in any historical record that I can find where it ever says that some kind of agreement was reached. It's just that Justinian sent a letter. That's it. Anyway, so as both Byzantine and Gothic forces are settling in their camps, staring daggers at each other, probably fishing on opposite sides, hurling insults at each other over who caught the biggest fish, an army began marching down the Alps. Slowly but surely, in the distance, the Goths see King Theudebert I, marching with his army down the mountains. Vitiges was surprised by this, and expected the Franks were here to assist in pushing the Byzantines back. So it came as an even bigger surprise when the Franks decided to just massacre his entire army. Now the river, keeping his enemy at bay, all but trapped him between his enemy and his other enemy. Fantastic. It's wonderful news, right? The Byzantines are equally confused. They had no forces on the other side, and they had no allies on the other side. If anything, they should have been working together, not fighting one another. And either way, the Goths were defeated quickly, and Vitiges fled with what few forces he could rally. The Byzantines attempted to pursue the remaining Goths. Victory in Italy was literally at their fingertips. All the blood and horror would be over if they could just get that one freaking man in custody. But it wasn't meant to happen. The Franks, once they were done with the Goths, turned toward the Byzantines. And the Byzantines were welcoming them on their side, which was really, really awesome. Because as soon as the Franks crossed the river, they immediately attacked the Byzantines. Oh my god. Now, we don't know how fast this happened. And I don't even know exactly what happened or how this fight happened. But essentially, the Franks routed both the Goths and the Byzantines within hours of each other. And by the end of the day, the Franks had taken the field. King Theudebert I was not in Italy to assist anyone but himself. Now that he had defeated the Ostrogoths and the Byzantines in one decisive battle, he now controlled everything south of the Alps and north of the Po River, which is really just this little section right up here. But that's a big loss for both sides. This would be the beginning of a great conquest of Italy, or so he thought. Very soon after the Franks arrived and won their victory, did the army contract dysentery. And so ended the glorious Frankish invasion of Italy, and though they wouldn't be repelled completely until November of 539, their role in the fight had ended. Man, dysentery kills lots of people in Italy. I mean, I'm not really familiar with how many people die of dysentery, like, in the olden world. I'm sure that's a lot. But, like, if we just go back and just kind of just look at the number of times someone's died from dysentery, like, a lot of people die from dysentery. And I'm sure that I'm not familiar with, like, that kind of medical history. I'm sure it's really bad, and I'm sure that I never want to get it. But holy crap, like, that's like the number one thing that stops everybody is dysentery. Anyway, the Byzantines had been badly beaten and slowly marched their way to Tuscany. There they would wait for reinforcements while they attempted to figure out what exactly just happened. Vitiges, and what forces he remained to him, traveled to Ravenna. There they waited. Vitiges was completely spent. The war had decimated the land and farms. His kingdom had fallen. His army almost completely destroyed. Vitiges may have been in the comfort of his own throne in his palace, but I imagine it did little to comfort him. Despite their defeat, the Goths had grown to admire Belisarius. His leadership and cunning had defeated them at every turn, and his persistence had won him the region. So when the Byzantines began to siege the city, there wasn't much of a fight to be had. Topping it off, Justinian had offered the Goths peace. In exchange for leaving everything south of the Po River to the Byzantines, the Goths would be allowed to reside north of the Po. Upon learning this, Belisarius was very unhappy. Of all the things Justinian had done, he had offered a truce on the verge of victory. After Belisarius' generals read the offer, one by one they accepted, until the affirming mumble of command reached Belisarius. Despite an offer from the emperor and affirmation from his generals, Belisarius refused the peace on those terms. He had spent too much blood and treasure to simply allow the Goths to walk away free to fight another day. As supreme commander and the only one who could command the army, the siege continued. Vitiges and the Gothic nobility were getting desperate. Food was hard to come by before the siege. Now it was impossible. Justinius, good lord, I did it twice. Justinian was also growing concerned. Rumors had once again begun to spread of disloyalty. Belisarius had refused a peace offered by the emperor himself, and now the Sassanids had invaded the empire. Tensions were rising quickly across the globe, and it all revolved around the remains of the western territories. The Goths, seeing their kingdom destroyed, did the only thing they could do. They sent a message to Belisarius, offering to name him Western Roman Emperor. News of this reached Justinian really fast, and this concerned him even more. Belisarius agreed to the terms offered by Vitiges and the Goths. So in 539, Belisarius and his army marched into the city. He ordered his army to leave the city alone and its residents to not be harmed. But upon reaching the capital, Belisarius accepted no crown and refused any title. Instead, he arrested Vitiges and his wife Matasuntha, then claimed all Gothic territory in the name of Justinian. Belisarius' campaign began in 535 and was finished by 540. In it, he reconquered Africa, Italy, and though not mentioned, parts of Spain. Vitiges, king of the Goths, was in custody. All real sources of resistance had been captured, though they were still parts of Italy in the hands of the Goths. Ultimate victory was months away at best. As Belisarius began plans for solidifying Italy under Byzantine rule, he received a letter from Justinian. His emperor needed him back in Constantinople. Again. So with a heavy heart and perhaps a great deal of frustration, Belisarius gathered his noble captives, set the affairs needed in order, and left Italy towards Constantinople. And we're going to pick up the next part next week, where things are going to get really, really interesting. So, the history is now done. That took a lot more time than I thought it would, and that's why I dedicated a lot of time to it. We went through a lot of stuff tonight. It's a lot of stuff. But hopefully people liked the focusing on that more than me kind of going back and forth. I try to make it interesting. But oh, hello. Am I not taxing you? Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you so much. I try. Wow. I was literally not getting paid for a whole area. Jeez. Okay, you're going to Magna Graecia. Landowner. I don't even care. I just need somebody there. I just need somebody here. And let's convert this to Christianity. And let's see, how many points am I losing? Latin Christianity is on the decline. Hopefully this will actually fix that, but we'll see. We shall see. So I got my monies, I got my muns. And let's start moving. Should I move you guys out here? Desolate. So I wonder if I can recreate that. I wonder if I can retake that. If I can, I'm not sure that I can. Actually, I probably can, but I don't know if I want to. Let's move you guys here. Why are y'all? Oh, y'all are pissed off because I'm getting raided all the time. Alright, what is this? Who are you guys? Why are you here? How big are you? The Roxolanians. 23. Do you have any other forces, Mr. Roxolanians? I don't think you do. Who's your allies, though? That's the bigger question. Who are your allies, Roxolanians? No. Pull it up. Stop it. Oh, I did the map. What am I doing? I should be in diplomacy. Roxolanians, who's your allies? You don't have any allies. Fantastic. You, sir. I'm going to build up my army here a little bit. I'm going to get me some of these. They are up to no good, and I'm about to basically tear them a new one. I don't want any of them to come to my aid. I will not ask them for help, but I can at least get rid of these guys off my frickin' front porch. Night attack. Nah, let's just auto-resolve that. Just call that a day. I hate open field fights. Open field fights against lots of cavalry. No less. No thank you. No thank you, sir. Now, that should at least... Yeah, that frees up some of the unhappiness here. Let's see. Public order. Definitely public order. So, and then... Research rate. Absolutely. More research. Give us more research. Definitely give me that. Reinforcing. Battle movement speed. That's okay. Okay, that's not a bad idea. That's also pretty good. So, next week I have something special planned. Next week's going to be a little bit different. We're going to focus on another aspect that I have essentially completely ignored up until now. And I hope that everybody is really going to enjoy it, because next week we're going to be talking about specific people in the that were there during the Gothic War, or during the first phase of the Gothic War, and people that I have not talked about. And the reason for that is because I find them to be very fascinating. And we're going to be focusing on one person in particular. And I think we're all gonna have a lot of fun with this one. This one's kind of a instead of this being a here's what happens with the war, here's what this war happens, here's who gets taken. We're gonna focus on something a little bit different, and I really hope that everybody likes it, because it's as I was putting it together, I just kind of was like, it was supposed to be just a little side piece, and then it turned into something else, and I was like, nah, I like this. This is gonna be fun. So I'm really hoping that next week is gonna be something that everybody enjoys, but I'm not gonna tell anybody yet. I may have already said it before, though, so that's the bad part. I may have already spilled the beans. But we'll find out. Do I have anybody available? I do not. And y'all aren't ready yet, obviously, to be left alone. But I really want to get my emperor away from here. Oh my god, I've maxed out my armies. No! No! I've maxed out my armies. That is truly a thing that makes me sad. That should not be a thing. I'm sure the computer is not limited in the same capacity. Is that still burning? Oh my gosh, this place is still on fire. They literally took it and did nothing with it. That's just that is unforgivable. They took Augusta from me and didn't do anything with it. What the hell? Are they wearing crosses? Okay, wow, okay, that's not what I wanted at all. Whatever. But they have a mercen... That thing costs 1,000 gold per turn. It's just sitting there. That's just awful. Oh my god. Well, at least this place has got a plus 27 public order. Jeez. Well, might as well. I'm not taxing them, so it shouldn't cost me anything to do this. Now let's see. Right. I'm not quite ready to go take them, but I do want to move forward with that as soon as I can. Yeah, I really don't want to fight a bunch of horsies. Especially a bunch of really pissed off horsies. Well, I hope you all enjoyed tonight's very long history. Oh, god dang it, more rebels. Rebels scum. It's almost like those guys heard me coming. Oh, see, they're thinking about it. I truly think the reason they're not attacking me is because my army is extremely powerful. Like, the AI is looking at this going, I can't fight this. So I think that's the only thing that's saving me as the Western Romans right now, is that the Huns are basically just I think the AI is looking at it going, nah. Now, Attila's not here yet, and I'm sure that when Attila shows up, this is going to be a lot more. Defeat the following army. Okay, so that's fine. Now, Mauritania. Why are you so unhappy? Military presence, immigrants, religious differences. Okay, so I need to put somebody here pronto. Mauritania. There we go. No. Mauritania. And let's go ahead and let's reduce immigration. Or at least reduce the negative impacts of immigration. You gotta go. My emperor is having to deal with miniature rebellions. Ugh.
Leave none alive.
Just kill him. I'm not going to bother with the tiny little fights. Now, the biggest issue is that when the Huns come up, I will probably not be able to fight them on the field. Just straight up, not going to lie. I'm not going to be able to fight them on the field. I do not know how to beat them easily. And they're going to just clean me out because there's just so much micro involved with dealing with cavalry. I just don't know if I can do it. Fatigue rate minus 20 mix plus 2 experience. All recruits, very good. And then for light recruits and heavy infantry, oh, that's good. Industrial buildings, local province. Barbarian kingdoms, Eastern empires. Ah, that's not bad. Not that. Don't want that. See, my integrity is actually okay. Let's do that. Then I'll work my way up to the heavy infantry, the fun stuff.
To your duties, men.
Jeez. Lusitania. Is it Lusitania? Lusitania. Wasn't that a ship? Yeah, I think that was a ship that sank. I think it hit a landmine, or no landmine. A ship hit a landmine. Gotta. Man, that's just. Nobody mentioned that. It hit a sea mine. A ship hit a sea mine. See, like, but the thing is, then they're just gonna pelt me to death. Anyway, I think the Lusitania hit a sea mine. I forget when, but I remember it was around. Was it around the time of the Titanic? I can't remember when it was. It was a while ago, a long, long time ago. But anyway, so I remember the Lusitania, if I'm not mistaken, had like a new system involved to help to keep the ship from sinking, but it actually ended up causing the ship to sink. Not directly, of course, but like it didn't. It worked the way that it was supposed to, but something bad happened and it didn't work right. See, Christianity's fallen like a rock. Wow, and it's at 0? What the heck? I thought this place was happy a second ago. I could have sworn this place was happy a minute ago. I'll just stay there. Immigrants minus 8. Alright, fine. Let's just flip back to that. Corruption minus 5, plus 4 Latin Christianity in neighboring provinces. Alright, whatever, fine. Now, for you, the Great Theater. It's my Roman paganism is up by 5. What's the Christianity like? It's still rising. Very good. Because I have my lovely priest here preaching the good word to all the pagans. And he's just completely outstripping everybody by a 22-point margin there. Now, Magna Graecia, on the other hand, they're not doing too great. They are definitely not doing great. And I'm out of priests, which isn't very good. But, and let me guess, negative 12 because religious differences, immigration, and Christianity is still falling like a rock. Instability. Oh, I have one food. So I have to take Stonehenge then, huh? That's up here, isn't it? Yep, there's Stonehenge. So I need to go to war with Britain ASAP, is essentially what I'm hearing. I don't want to go to war with Britain. Britain, like, I don't know. It means I have to get, probably means I need to get some kind of a navy going, which I don't really have anywhere. I don't even think I can raise a fleet. I don't think I have any military fleets or military military groups. All I ever trade jetties. I guess I could just sail them right across, but I don't know. Eventually, I'm gonna have to run across into Vikings and crap like that. But that'd be nice. Be like, hey, y'all kicked me out of here like a decade ago, but now I'm coming back with a crap ton of firepower. And the modern, or isn't the modern, the ancient equivalent of an AK-47. Y'all are still working on that. See, the next big problem is I just have a freaking army sitting here because I know that the moment they move is the Huns are going to attack me. By the way, who's in charge of the Huns right now? Caradoc. I think Caradoc is... Isn't he, isn't he supposed to be like... the name sounds familiar. I think he's Attila's father or something. I can't remember which. But it could be that I'm just making crap out of my head and I'm making lore that doesn't really exist. I say lore. Making stories that don't exist. See the reservoir or the latrines. Wait, that costs money. That's only 50. That's not bad. Let's see. Public order +7. You've only got one food. That's not going to work. Man. They really set the Western Roman Empire up to fail. They really do. They're like, we're going to make this almost impossible. It's like, okay. Oh, hello. More rebels. Now let's move another large army down here. So we're going to take care of the Picts in a pitched battle. But let's take care of them first. Hey, but at least nobody's rebelled recently. And those lovely executions taught some people some very valuable lessons about life. Visantio's still okay, so let's see if I can get... probably would not hurt to actually have this army go reinforce that. But yeah, this guy's got to go. And then soon afterwards, we got to go take these areas, but I have to at least take care of these guys first. Oh, man. I'm really not going to enjoy it whenever... oh, you are... See, he's a smart boy. There's a smart boy right there. He's starting to... He's just going to put himself in a fortress stance, or whatever they're called. Like the hold ground stance, whatever it's called.
I come to ask this. Will you...
Oh, wow. I guess their other... I guess their last emperor died. That sucks. Yes. Oh, more rebels. Man, they are just getting cleaned out right now. And the Eastern Romans have all the money. I don't know why they're getting cleaned out so badly. Oh, hello. Somebody died of natural causes? Who died of natural causes? Please don't... Yeah, it wasn't him, so... I do like the fact that they actually change clothes depending upon the weather. It's like now he's bundled up in a nice big cloak. Eek. Eek. Food. Lack of food. What got upgraded? I haven't upgraded anything yet, have I? Yikes. Well, it's still -4. It's not that bad. Scroll down. Who do I have? We have Relentless Attacker. All right. So let's put you in Magna Grace. I already have somebody there. So where was it? Where was the other one? Where's the other place I need to go? Oh, there we go. Plus. Oh, look at that! Yay! +1 is no. Christianity's still falling. Gosh darn it. So why are you unhappy? Let's see. Actually, what if I do the marble stuff? The arenas. Oh yeah, I see that. Amphitheater, huh? Wait, it doesn't even give me the option. I think I've already passed that, haven't I? No, I haven't. Because I know eventually, as you go down this, it will actually reduce stuff. Like you'll start losing things. So I think what is it? As you move down this path, I think it starts removing old stuff, like that you can't use anymore. This is scriptorum, the auditorium. Let's look at that. Let's see. The circus. Yeah, but then it reduces the money it brings in. Come on, man. Think of the money. I don't want to lose the oh god, I'm losing food. Jeez. That's 104 additional food. Cattle pens, wheat farms. 104. That's 208. I could definitely use some more food, but this is more of a money maker than it is anything else. But I'm actually losing, what, 25% of my wealth? Yeah, okay. Alright, food it is. Flipping that over. I need food. Rome brings in 4,000 gold per turn at a 50%, almost a 50% corruption rate. See, now I just need somebody that can actually reduce corruption. And this will be like my big money maker right here. That's what I used to do. Is it like, yeah. So, jeez. I hate corruption so much. It's so dumb. I get it as an in-game mechanic to make it a little bit more real, like how corrupt the government is, and I'm totally okay with that, but good lord. Good lord. Let's see. Infantry. Or do I even need this? I think I already have that over here, don't I? Infantry barracks, skirmishers, guardhouse. Then this has cavalry. And wait, isn't there one that I need to upgrade? Federatis, Herculean. Oh, that's right, I don't have the money. I was like, oh, wait a minute, hold on, I thought I could do that. Tabernet. Let's flip you over to it. I see scriptorum. I want to do the auditorium though. Why can't I do the auditorium? Oh well, whatever. We'll deal with it in a minute.
Ready for orders.
Now, the fun part. What? 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 What was that? And I'm on my own? Are you kidding me? Whatever. Screw it. Just kill them all. There you go. I know, I'm just skipping fights now. Okay, can I? No, I can't. Oh, I won't. Failure is not an option here. We will win. Regardless of anything else. We're going to win. The question is, how painful does the computer want to make me, or want me to make it? That's it. So let's see, you have food, but you have, oh, you're even gaining some public order, and everything is kind of in balance here. We don't have any rise in paganism. We don't have any drop in anything. Yeah, so we're doing pretty good. Kind of weird. Kind of weird. But I'll take it. But I think a lot of, yeah, this is where it is. It's this part right here. I've reduced the immigration down to -6. That's what's really saving my bacon here.
Ready for orders.
Now, for you, Mr. Spyman.
I am ashamed.
See, we have some of those. Good, good. Let's give it some more of these.
For a good and glorious life.
That's right. Good and glorious in the time of life whenever everything is going to hell in a handbasket, and continues to do that for the next 2,000 to 3,000 years, or 2,000 years, I think. And stays that way until the Renaissance. And even then, it's not much better. Alright, let's see. I need sanitation and... Oh, yeah, no. Outbreak chance 2%, and that's 2% too much. But that consumes food. I don't want to do that. I really want to... See, if I change it to a circus... Slave... We could do slaves. We could have slaves, guys. Let's see here. This gives me some culture money. I like money. This gives me the most money. That gives me money. But this gives me money and doesn't give me as much paganism. I think I'll leave it there right now, because here is one of the few places that Latin Christianity is still rising because of my lovely priest here. What is it raise? What is it learning, or not learning? What is it rising per turn? Barely rising per turn. 0.9%, less than 1% per turn. Good lord. Wait, fertility. Ah, we're not putting plastics in the water. It's good. Alright, let's see here. And let's... Now that they are dealt with, my next real agenda will be to take back... What is this? Who are these guys? The Abdanians. To remove the Abdanians. To cleanse the stain of their existence from my holy lands. And God is with us, so we will not fail.
Ready for battle.
Then let's make sure that the Emperor... another freaking... God darn it. They just don't know when to quit. You better run. But it's not going to be far enough.
Kill the cowards.
Man, I'm trying to get my Emperor up back towards Gaul so he can be part of the big invasion. And I'm not going to be able to get him there. It's a terrible decision putting him down here. Now I'll never get him back up there. Now, you need Lusitania. You need a manager. There we go. And what are you so mad about? Immigration again. Let's reduce the immigration. Actually, what's the Christianity status looking like? It's dropping like a rock, too. I wonder if that will actually help. We'll try one, then we'll try the other. I think that those two things might help out a little bit, but we'll find out. We'll find out. And your food is actually pretty good, so we're good. But in the meantime, let's leave it as is. I made a lot of changes. Let's give this a chance to actually take effect before I do anything. And I've got oh crap! I forgot about this guy right here too. Got to take out all the rebels. This is the thing. Like I know there's an achievement for like playing the Western Roman Empire and fighting every fight, but like, good lord, it would take you months to beat a Western Roman Empire campaign. Just never-ending fights every turn. I think even without me doing my history stuff, every stream takes me like what, maybe a turn or two, maybe. See a forum. Do I want to? Yeah, let's do a forum. Let's increase that public order a little bit more. I came, I saw, and I conquered. Got 2 forums here. See, this place is doing pretty good for why are they so unhappy? +1 public order per turn. Sadly, Latin Christianity is falling, but how much? 4% a turn. Good lord. It really, so literally the only thing holding this place at bay from turning pagan was quite literally. Wow. The only thing stopping this place from turning pagan was literally my actually no, I'm sorry, it's still doing that. So what the hell was I doing? Oh, I was suppressing, I think that's what it was. I was suppressing non-Latin Christianity. That's what it was. Alright, now let's see. 1819. And let's just do... Well, no, you know, we're going to give you some cavalry. That's what we need to do. I've given you way too many other things, but I need to give you some cavalry before we're done. A governor, you say? Very nice. Okay, let's see. We've reduced your corruption, sir. Very good. Now let's see if we can give you some better stuff here. Like both of those things. Very good. Very, very good. There are those darn buggers that tried to kill me earlier. See, the problem is that the bigger my empire gets, that I can only have 10 armies. So that means that eventually they're just going to be just knocking out freaking rebellions nonstop. And then when the Huns show up, I'll be like, oh, look, rebellions and invasions. That 10 army cap is... Yeah. But it's okay. It's okay. We're going to make it. We're going to make it. Oh, hello. Due to the continuing... Oh, +60. Look at that. See, just by existing, we are making people happy. That's how you do it, boys. Now, finish them. Oh, we're not... We haven't gotten to the bad part yet. Even though I've had like 15 or... No, I'm like on what? Stream 19 or 20 for this at 2 or 3 hours per one. Like, we're not there yet. I mean, with your help, Kiro, we've definitely pulled it out of the fire, but we are still not doing very well. Like, we need to... Well, I need to worry about a few of the things. Those two. So that and Christianity. Wait, how's everything going up?
What do you wish of me?
Now that's going to be a fun little adventure. Ooh, look. Greater improvements. Let us find out what we can... Ooh, look at that. Large onagers. Those are always nice, right? We like large onagers. We like large things that throw large rocks. Integrity in foreign territory. Always. This is like Hotel California. You can check it anytime you like, but you'll never leave. I'm kidding. I make joke. I'm afraid to touch this. It's like a -90. I want to increase the public order, but you know, I'm going to move you down here. That'll fix it. That'll increase my Latin Christianity, and it will overall make everything better. That way I can keep everything as is for the most part, and then Yeah, +3, and Latin Christianity should go up. Yeah, boy. Alright, now let's see. Fountains and bathhouses. Ugh, bathhouses. Filthy places. See, look at all these Huns. They just sit here, eating all my food up. -98. What happened to my income if I just turned this off? That still wouldn't be enough. And I still don't have enough food. Although that may just, you know, be because of that. Hordes in province. Raiding. I don't want to go fight the Huns yet. Really don't want to go fight the Huns just yet. I'm brave, but I'm not that brave. Let's put it that way. Oh, that's right, I have an army over here. And I was going to see if I can retake this place. Oh, wow, it's got pestilence? Jeez, okay, fine, whatever. But see, now I have this entire province back in my grasp. Ah, Sirmium. You held out for so long. Wow, did somebody reestablish this place? What is this? Antians. So I guess somebody reestablished it and then immediately got sieged, although I don't know what you're sieging. It just looks like a bunch of rubble. Just like Sisika right now, it's just a bunch of rubble. But we're going to rebuild it. We can rebuild him. Solana, am I actually? Yes, I am taxing this place. So let's see. I think we're in a good position, although that doesn't make me feel great, but I know I just basically sunk a bunch of money into grabbing a settlement back, and I'm probably going to be burning through cash a lot more. Hello. A governor. Okay, industrial buildings, very good. Although there's not much industry here to work with. Oh, sorry, scratch that. It's not that there's not much. There is none. There is no industry here. I want to at least get an army in England before all this is said and done. I want to take out those pesky buggers that took out part of Gaul. Yes, Huns, leave. Oh, maybe they're heading back towards my other settlement. Now what I should do is send one solitary army out towards the Sassanid Empire and just attack. Because, funny. Why not? If only I had the spare resources to do that. Lugdanesses, huh? Why are you almost rebelling? Okay, we have some promotions to give out before we go any further. Look at all that. Bop. And just like that, we have brand new cavalry. Just like that. Do I have any more places I can... Oh, Scout Equites are still Scout Equites. No matter what, I can't get rid of them, huh? I thought I had some more armies with some more horsies, right?
We hunger for battle. For orders. Ready for battle.
Oh, there they are. I was supposed to say, I thought I had some in here. Oh, you're just chilling out over here. Oh, crap. I need... What do y'all need? Latin Christianity is falling. I have enough food. Maybe, but I don't want to be friends with rebels. This filthy rebels. Ah, look at that. More rebels. I want them dead. I don't want to be friends with them. See the Illyrians, though. Oh, you mean the ones that are in the Illyrian province? Which is, I think, up here, right? Who are these guys? Magyars, Antians, Cadians. Do. Well, at least they're moving out of here, so now these guys are now happy again, and I think that I still don't have enough food. Oh, I still don't have my wheats. That's why I don't have my wheat supply up yet. Now, Predatores replaces Exploratores. Oh hell yeah, we're gonna do that immediately as soon as we can. We're gonna do that. Get us the maximum level spearmen and military guys that we can, because all this is useless to me. Food is good. Y'all are happy. Latin Christianity is on the rise. Where's this again? Vienna, Narbo. I'm not even sure how Latin Christianity is rising here because I don't have anybody here.
What do you wish of me?
Here it's rising. Let's see if we can pump it up even further. There we go. Almost 3 per turn. Now. Oh, that's right. I can't do that yet. So I guess there. Oh. Molded architecture. So what would I lose? I would lose, yeah. So if I moved into here, so if I got that, I would get, what is the cross icon next to my treasury? Oh, this thing? Yeah, the state. Oh, I know the state religion's there. That's what you're talking about. Or am I missing something? Ugh, power acceptable. I'm at like 33%. I'm at Joe Biden numbers. Now let's see if we can get some more people out here. Lugdanesis. What are y'all unhappy about? Food. Not enough food. Okay, but you know what we're going to do? Do y'all a favor. Just turn that off. Let's give you some more food out there. Hopefully that'll be enough to... Ooh, y'all are about to be in rebellion again.
We hunger for battle. Make haste, men. At your command. We hunger.
Let's throw y'all over there. Now, let's look at the extras we have lying around. Handler and a merchant. Commercial buildings. I know this is the fun part. This is a management. This is a profit management simulator. Commercial buildings. All right, so let's do Terrakinesis. Terrakinesis. There you are. No. There we go. And I'm out of money, aren't I? I'm out of money. Now, let's make sure that we are characters, religious differences. Start with that and see where it takes us. Ooh, a governor. -1 loyalty. Of course he's not very loyal. Why would he be loyal? And still... Man, how fast is this falling? it's got to be falling at a rate very, very high. Okay, so let's do this. What if we do that instead? Maybe that'll increase the Christianity in the area. Wait, what? Only half the people of Rome are Christian. How fast is that growing? Wow. Yeah, okay, it's barely there. This guy's holding back the tide, essentially. Yeah, without that guy sitting. So when he dies, we're in some real trouble. Ah, Tisiphon. See, the Huns are leaving. Where did they go? I do not know. I think there's actually a way that you can glitch the game out a little bit where the Huns just kind of don't do anything. And one of the things you can do is just intentionally just burn like an entire province. I think it's the region of Dalmatia, or Dalmatia, whatever you call it. I think if you burn that to the ground. The Huns did do everything, including, bake bread and murder people. And they haven't showed up yet, but they're leaving, which is great for me. I love the fact that they're leaving. The Lakhmids are done.
Commander.
Let's see, fruit plantation. Yeah, I'm like in these really weird scenarios where I don't want to increase anything in certain places, because if I do, it's going to piss people off. But slowly but surely, we're in trouble. So, yeah, even Christianity here is starting to fail. How bad though? 1% return. Eek. And that's 2,000 gold per turn. What's it now? It's a 5. So yeah, I may be able to flip it over to a circus. But all that sweet, sweet money, I don't want to get rid of it. Oh, it's just so glorious. Just imagine the amount of money I'm just going to be losing. Ugh. Ugh. It's not fair. It's not fair. Either way it goes. Let's move you guys up here. Ooh, hello. The Franks. Oh, look, the Franks. Remember the Franks, guys, right? Now, let's see. Let's get... Let's move you boys up here. Oh, look, my spy gained a level. Alright. Deceive. Deceive? Deceive. Do that. Oh, my week was... Well, basically my week was just doing paperwork. That's all it was. Like, quite literally all I did all the week was paperwork, so... I wish it was really, really interesting and invigorating, but my week was very boring. The first week of every month for me is always one of those weeks where it's like nothing happens, but I don't really have a whole lot of time to prep anything. So it's always kind of the lull week for me. I wish it was not, but it is. So quite literally, it's just every day I wake up and I do paperwork until I go home. And then when I go home, I get ready to do more paperwork. Kidding a little bit there. But yeah, I just... Ow! That is painful. That is also a lie, sir. I purposefully send you things that I shouldn't be sending you because... Well, I don't care. See, Ham likes to pretend that I don't do anything, and he's only like 60% right. He's only 60% right. see, light shot cavalry, medium melee cavalry. Let's bring the medium melee cavalry. Do I want more food? Do I need more food? It would not hurt to have more food. Yes. That is actually why they hired me. They said, we need you to make Iron Ham's Day an ever-loving nightmare. And I said, I think I can pull this off. I think I got this. I stream on Twitch, don't you know? Let's reduce corruption, and let's get ourselves some more food up in here. And do we have anything we can help us out with? Construction -5 for religious buildings. Ain't gonna use those. No. Not at all. I don't think I'd want... I don't think I'm there yet. Maybe. We'll find out. Maybe one day. But I don't think we're there yet. Maybe one day, though. Alright, construction... recruitment cost, -5%. Research rate, there we go. Homely. Wow, that's sad. Alright, let's see. Campaign, don't need that, don't need that, don't need that, don't need that. I feel like the household stuff really fell to the wayside with Attila. Like, they're just really not very interesting and not very good. I guess I don't need that, actually. Leading an army, fatigue rate. Oh, hello, that's probably this is really good. I like this. Let's do that. And this one. What's your stuff like? Hold on. Oh yeah, there you go. So look at that. Plus 12. Look at that. Plus 12 just for immigration. Man, we've already done Honorius, and Honorius was... Man. Honorius is not a... If somebody gave a poem about Honorius, I'm like, why? The guy didn't do anything as his country burned. And he wasn't... Sorry, I'm being a bit sarcastic. He wasn't that bad, but he did nothing good. Let's put it that way. Like, he was a kid that was born into wealth, and so he just didn't understand what it meant to actually deal with the horrible things of everyday life. At least that's my opinion, of course. Maxima Secondiminimina. Maxima Secondiminimina. Oh, right. Man, it's getting expensive to put these, the epic poet to Honorius. Alright, let's see. Where's Honorius? Come here. That's probably a good idea, actually. What does he have now? See, once I assign stuff, I just kind of ignore it. What's funnier is that I don't think Honorius ever had any children. I've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for Honorius. And only one illegitimate child. Which is rather strange. And it's still not enough. I've been gaining influence and it's still not enough.
Ready for orders.
Hello. Is that a mercenary cavalry? No, it's not. It's just Hunnic horse archers. Alright, let's end this turn, I think. I think we're in a good position to end this turn. Yeah, I think we're in a good position to end the turn. Hello. I didn't put a thing in here, okay? So let's do plus for Latin Christianity. So it makes... Why are y'all so happy? What makes y'all so happy here, guys? Province events. Inspired populace. It doesn't tell me. Alright. I think, you know, it's the military buildings, isn't it? That's what it is. Nope, not that one. Nope. I don't know. Oh no, it's just this. It's the. That's what it is. Run. And we are going to take out my Carthaginian rebels. Oh man, we definitely don't want them lying around. Can't be having one of my bread baskets get destroyed. Oh man, you know what? I saw all right. I did see something this week that I thought was really stupid. Aside from the Chris Chan stuff, which by the way, holy crap. What a freaking train wreck. I didn't know who this guy was until I looked him up and I was like, man, I wish I never did. It's just a rabbit hole of awful crap. But top it all off, but like maybe an hour or two before I started streaming, I saw a Hill article that basically describes Joe Biden as Justinian, like Emperor Justinian, and I'm like, okay, hold up. I don't mean to get political. I try to get I try to keep politics off the channel aside from the the random joke here and there, but that's just stupid. That's just dumb. And the reasoning is because he went through a pandemic, and I was like, you've got to be kidding me. Like, you've got to be kidding me. Just and of all the people to compare him to, why an emperor? We've literally had presidents that have been sitting presidents that have dealt with pandemics, but no. He's like Emperor Justinian, who apparently got sick and just waited out the pandemic, as far as I know. I don't think he did anything specific to stop it. Not that he could, But I was kind of astonished, and then I was like, you know what? I don't even care. These people are all insane. Mounted artillery, definitely. Let's mount some artillery. Absolutely. Alright, guys, come here. Alright, so you're gonna attack that way. Alright, that works. Oh, that's right. I should probably move my guys right back here, and then. Oh, okay. That's how we're gonna be. Oh wow, did they break that open?
The enemy has been spotted.
Alright, y'all attacking the walls? They are, but no, they're just attacking my archers. It's very different. Okay, so, why aren't y'all making it? Okay, you know what? Doesn't matter. Just move you over here. Just move you all over there. Doesn't matter. Let's move you guys over here and move you guys over here. And this will be a nice little get together for all of my infantry. It will then tear you all to pieces. And I cannot wait until I replace the Western Auxilia. I have no idea what they're going to be replaced with. It's going to be amazing. Okay, why can't I stretch you out? There you are. There you go. Get out of the way. Yes. I'm aware. I am aware. Thank you. Oh, y'all are out of ammo? Oh, poor babies are out of ammo already. The poor deers. Whee! Go. Shoot. Shoot your little arrows. Right, I'll have to read that in a second. Alright. Charge them, my cavalry. Charge them. Make them feel the pain of all Romans. Wee! Lawn darts away!
We have gained the upper hand.
Alright. Our day went in odd direction. Customer has a Wi-Fi we installed in the past, but either someone screwed with the connections or installed the gateway wrong, and the gateway was never in place. Somehow the system was hanging out in DHCP, but now it isn't. I mean, most of the time, the router's smart enough to figure out where it's supposed to go by itself. Most of the time. Most of the time. Like, you're not talking about a switch, you're talking about a router, right? Like most routers, they get their information from a switch or some kind of like the telco or something, and then it just goes forward, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not a network technician, so I know basic networking, very, very basic networking. Like, the way I have it is I don't use so my carrier gave me a router. I don't use it. It's basically a pass-through from my router because I don't want to use their router. So basically my router produces the Wi-Fi network, and then I've got a switch connected to that connects to all my other devices. So basically I've got like a 3-layer network. Nice 3-layer, 3 points of contact, I guess, 3 nodes. Oh, nice.
Reaper, take our enemies.
So you've got your main router with 4 PoE switches attached to it, and those 4 PoE switches have 7 different gateways, or 7 different routers on them. And a security gateway.
For the savior.
Alright, weird. Oh, sorry, wireless access points, whatever you want to call those. Routers, whatever. Nice.
Spears ready. We understand.
Yeah, move out of the way. Now, go. Go, General. Go. Go. Get them, kill them, raise them. Oh, sorry, that's a Warhammer thing. Never mind. Yeah, when I play Total War Warhammer, very few times when I do, I always end up going back to the vampire counts. I just like the idea of vampires raising zombies. That's just silly. And if we're lucky, maybe we'll get to live in a timeline similar to it. But yeah, anyway, so shouldn't so if you're still feeding from the carrier's router and their connection, I'm usually Trash Talk W. I don't know. We could definitely trash talk Warhammer. I could trash talk Warhammer all day right now, but we are actually getting to the point of me wrapping up for the evening. Although maybe I'll stay a little bit longer if we are going to trash talk Warhammer. I might be able to stay a little bit, because right now Total War Warhammer was one of those things that I, for the longest time, convinced myself that I really enjoyed, but every time I played it, I didn't want to play any of the actual combat. I didn't want to play any of the sieges. I didn't want to deal with any of the actual stuff. I really just enjoyed the idea of a Total War game that was Warhammer. And I, for the longest time, was convincing myself that I really enjoyed it, when in reality, I freaking hated it. I gotta say, maybe hate's a strong word. I really didn't enjoy it because of the fact that it didn't have that Total War feel. It was just mash giant army group against other giant army group. I hated it. I hated that. The sieges weren't sieges. They were just paper mache objects to be in the way of your enemy. And there was no, let's take the city. It was, oh no, let's just take that part of the city. That's what did it end. It's like, no, these sieges should be epic. These should be like massive. Like these should be really well thought out. And they just kind of said, well, let's just, you know, nobody wants to actually play. Let's make this like tabletop. And look, I respect that. I do. I think the tabletop version of the game is a lot of fun too. I never get to play it that often, and I can't play it anymore now. Nobody I know that actually has the pieces, let alone the books. And I'll take it back. I know one person that might, but that doesn't count. But that's not Total War. Total War is not a tabletop game, and it shouldn't be treated as such. It should be treated as a Total War game. And when they added, whenever they've, exactly, it's not just that too, but it is that, but it's not only that. There's more to it than that. It's an action game dressed up as a strategy game, and worse, it is a strategy game where like this game and Rome 2, they got rid of the strategy elements and they implemented an Excel sheet to make the decisions. And I hate that crap. I hate it. So like whenever the game says, hey, this is going to give you a 25% reduction in ranged attacks. I was like, okay, well that's cool. The problem with that is that it's just an automatic, it's an ability. You might as well be using magic. It just automatically happens. Even if the formation isn't even formed yet. There's no weight behind anything half the time. And that really irritates the crap out of me. It should definitely be more like Rome 1, where like, you know, hey, you form Testudo and the shields work. And all of your men have 1 hit point, including your general. That's it. And in this game, they have health pools. I just don't think it's a very good system for that. I think that when they went to the Warscape engine, they got either lazy or they had an idea, and it's easier, yes, but it's not as good. And I think that's what really ticks me off about it, is that it has the capacity to be something so much better, and it looks good. It does. The games look pretty darn good, but Oh, so the Abdanians are actually up here. So if I go to war with them, I'm going to have to fight them in England as well. So I have to be kind of careful how I do this. So let's do this. I'm going to put you here, declare war. Ooh, and I'm going to fight Britain. Oh my gosh, it's going to be a full war here, guys. Oh, let's do it. We're doing it, boys. A full-on war. Here we go. We're just going to do that. I'm going to push you out of the way. Push you there. Definitely let you wait. I'm not going to fight that battle just yet. Let's see. Do I have? I do not have. But I do have these. So I'm going to have to wait. No, not a light one. I want to do that. Light battering ram. And I can't move you up here just yet, but I do want to hinder this army. I don't want them to come. Not that they're going to do a whole lot. It's just, yeah, they're just beat up as hell, so they're not going to do much to me anyway. But yeah, no, Total War Warhammer was one of those things that I really, really, really wanted to like, and I tried to push myself to like it, and it just eventually came down to really every time I played one of two factions. I played Chaos, or I played Vampire Counts, because they're the only ones that I really enjoyed. Vampire Counts, their whole shtick is just raise the dead, throw it at the enemy. So it works. It works exactly the way that it's supposed to. And I like the idea of a few very strong vampire units. You know, the idea is that a single it did have a lot of potential, but a single vampire, lore-wise in almost any respect, should be able to take on multiple human beings. So when I saw a vampire lord take on like a unit and win, that makes sense to me because a vampire is faster and stronger and smarter than the average human. So obviously, they're going to be able to take on a lot more baddies. That was kind of the reasoning that I had behind it. The issue with this is unfortunately the part where, like, when you get into, or even the orcs also kind of make sense to me for that. The like Grimgor Ironhide is a very, very strong and powerful orc, so it makes sense that he'd be able to take on a lot of different units. He essentially killed half of the Skaven Under Empire or whatever whenever he was traveling north to Norska. Yeah, I know. I know a lot of deep lore about this crap. I spent way too much time looking into this stuff, and it makes sense to me. But then you get into like some of the other characters, like Archaon, the Everchosen, also makes sense to an extent. Even then, he's not. He's still a human being. He's still a man, but he's imbued with the powers of chaos. So it makes sense that he can do a lot more damage and do things that don't make sense. But then you get into the human factions, and they can do it too. Get into the goblin factions, they can do it too. Get into the elvish factions, they can do it too. So it's like, okay, well, okay, fine, whatever. But again, it just kind of takes something out of it, especially the health pools. I'm okay with them having like some more than 1 or 2 wounds, but it should be like I think it should. Oh, jeez, I didn't even know I had an army up here. Good lord. Apparently, I have a rebellion going on. You know, maybe give your. Well, yeah, it is. And here's the thing. I'm not necessarily against that, but if you did that in the main game, so if you did that, let's say, if they wanted to tabletop the game, then they needed to follow a little bit more of the tabletop rules. They could still, because again, every unit on the battlefield only has 1 health point, and basically the tabletop works as classic Total War works. You have your armor bonus, you have your shield bonus, you have your basic defense bonus, and then on top of that, you had your wards, like your saves. So if, okay, maybe this punctured your armor, but you get like that 1 extra roll that allows you to determine whether or not your shield actually blocks the blow or something. That kind of stuff works, and that's how they kind of used to do basic Total War. And it worked. And you know what? If you passed all that, guess what? You killed the unit. And your general had 1 health point for basic Total War as well. Then you get into the realms of tabletop where, you know, your special units may have a few different, like they may have 3 or 4, but those were rare. You usually had like maybe 2 hit points. I think the ones that I usually were looking at had maybe 2 to 3 hit points. But like they weren't horrendously overpowered where they could just completely destroy an entire unit, except maybe there was one Norscan general whose whole shtick was what was it called? Good lord, I can't remember his name, but basically his whole lore is basically a giant joke, and it's hilarious. His whole shtick is that he could go out into the field of battle, and he would basically curse at the enemy so much. Yeah, this is what it was. His tabletop rule is that he would basically just curse at the enemy until it forced them into one-on-one combat, and he would always win because he's basically a sniper for units. And he could also deploy with a band of Chaos War. It's like not Chaos Warband, but it's not a Chaos Warband. It's a it's like the basics, not the Savages, but it's like the basic warriors, not the actual like Chaos Warriors, but they're like it is a Chaos Warband, not Chaos Warriors, Chaos Warband. He could spawn anywhere on the map with a Chaos Warband. Well, I guess any corner of the map with a Chaos Warband. But like even then, like he couldn't take on an entire unit. He could take on a single character in one-on-one combat and come out ahead. It's not the same thing. And so whenever they made your characters able to just take on and just, you know, freaking face plant against every enemy that you can ever throw at them, that's horrible. As an example, I had Manfred von Karstein, which is one of the vampire lords, literally wipe out an army. Wipe out an entire army. One guy, even for a vampire, that was intense. And why? Because he had some special abilities that allowed him not only to heal in combat, fine, that's cool. Like he could just keep raising the dead and doing other stuff because the wind's the magic. Now, granted, it wasn't a massive, massive army. It wasn't a doom stack, but good lord, it was definitely not what I was expecting. And the fact that I didn't even need a strong army to fight back, I was like, this is... I'm not against... I think it's cool to have a really strong general that's able to do that kind of stuff to an extent, but there's a certain point where I'm like, okay, I'm no longer playing a strategy simulation game. Now I'm playing a smash enemies against other enemies game, which, I mean, for some people, I think that's okay. I think that a lot of people are very happy with Total War Warhammer. I am disappointed, and I hate to use that word because it's... If I don't like something, it's fine. But me being disappointed is something far worse in my mind. It means that I had high hopes and I really thought they'd meet them, and they didn't. You know, it's like what my dad always said, like, you know, I'm not mad, I'm disappointed. I was like, that was worse. Rather you just be mad at me. At least if you're mad at me, I know I did something wrong, and I know better. But if it's disappointment, it means that you can't even be bothered to be mad at me. Like, it always drove me nuts. I hated it. And it's the same thing. It's the same thing with this. Like, I'm not mad, I'm disappointed. Because they have a great IP that, despite Games Workshop's best efforts, like, still lives on in a lot of fans' minds. They may have destroyed the setting, but they were bringing it back for a video game that everybody loved. It was a perfect setting, perfect medium to play a classic fantasy Total War Warhammer game that you weren't going to get anywhere else. And then what they ended up turning it into is something that is essentially just a game that has no strategy or tactics involved, and it's terrible. And not to mention, it's actually... Total War Warhammer has damaged the Total War franchise so badly that we're seeing it with Three Kingdoms. And I hate to blame Warhammer stuff for this, because it's not necessarily the game's fault. It was the business strategy around it. We will never see a complete Total War game ever again, thanks to Total War Warhammer. They realized how much people were willing to spend on Total War games, and Three Kingdoms just kind of was, in my opinion, is the beginning of that, outside of Total War Warhammer. Now, granted, they said at the very beginning that Total War Warhammer was going to be broken into 3 pieces, and I'm fine with that. I'm okay, because you got 3 big pieces, but what you end up doing, really, is you've got 3 expansion packs, or 3 faction packs, and that's it. But inside each of those packs is another dozen faction packs. It's garbage. It's absolute trash. It makes sense from a business perspective, because people are dumb enough to buy it, but that's it. And I hate saying that, because I like Creative Assembly. I like Total War. I love Total War games. I love playing them. I probably play them more than almost any other game. But instead of making a game where you can just sit down and play it from start to finish and actually have the game, instead what they do is they keep releasing content and re-releasing content across all of them. So one of the biggest annoyances that I can think of is the Beastmen. So they released the Beastmen, broken, by the way, and completely useless in campaign, in Total War Warhammer 1. Well, they don't even bother fixing them, but what do? In Total War Warhammer 2, they release another Beastmen pack that you have to pay for in order to play the Beastmen in Total War Warhammer 2. What kind of crazy crap is that? Oh, and instead of having, like, you know, if there's packs connected to stuff, like this gives you at least different campaigns and different units, the whole 9 yards, that's great. Well, in Total War Warhammer 2, for anybody that hasn't played it, the units are all the same, except for the new factions, and that's fine. But the problem is that, again, you're essentially charging me $60 for a faction pack. Hell, I mean, even the expansion packs in Total War Attila and Total War Rome 2 weren't $60. They're like $10, $15. Like, that's fair. Since you get a whole new game mode. Yeah, they're similar. They're not quite the same, but they are close to the same. Like, the time period is roughly the same. Like the Age of Charlemagne, which is what I played first, I think. No, archers. No. What are you doing? What are you doing? No. I want you just to stand over. Oh my gosh. Please, over here. Oh my gosh. My archers want to die so bad. They're like, please kill me, daddy. There, go over there. If you want, you're not being useful on the walls, you go over there. And so I get really frustrated with that because, again, oh my gosh. I can't even, whatever, fine, just charge in. Obviously, I can't throw my units out. It is, and I think that in the long term, it's going to be bad for their business. So, but as I was saying, so Total War Warhammer set the stage for them to do what they've been doing with Three Kingdoms. Because now Three Kingdoms was supposed to be one thing, and now they completely backtracked all of that, and now they're saying, no, Three Kingdoms is going to be broken into pieces, much like Total War Warhammer. Three Kingdoms was never meant to be that way, but because idiots kept buying Total War Warhammer 1, 2, and now 3, whenever it comes out, that's it. This is how this is how Total War is going to be moving forward. They realized they can just milk people for everything they're worth. And again, I'm not against the business making money. I'm not against the business making good money decisions. I'm not against any of that at all. My issue is simply the fact that you're not even releasing a finished product anymore, and you're not even bothering to hide it. That drives me nuts. Like, I hate the fact that, you know, and I think I said this on my Twitter the other day. The fact that we now have more and easy access to video games has ironically actually made video games worse is something I never saw coming. You know, whenever I was younger and seeing the idea of, oh, well, they are definitely destroying art. And they're doing it for the sake of, let's make a couple extra bucks. So here's the thing. Moving to digital saved all these companies loads of money already. And the idea that it costs $60 to produce a game now, like that's the average cost that they need to recoup their losses, is garbage. They need less than that. That's why you can see sales happen less than like 6 months after they release a game. They don't need $60 to make their money back. They don't. And again, I'm not against them charging $60 either. I'm not arguing that they should automatically drop their prices. But not only are they charging you $60 still, then right after that they're charging you like first day DLC that costs you an extra $20. Then an expansion pass that gives you like an extra $20 for the content, which they half-ass. That's awful. It's a terrible business. Sorry, it's a terrible business practice that makes a lot of business sense because people are willing to buy that crap. I think the first time I really experienced that and was really pissed off was Fallout 4. That was... like, for expansion passes, I felt like I wasted my money. I hated it. And I wanted Fallout 4 to be good. I remember sitting on the couch with my girlfriend at the time, and I was so excited because I never made her watch anything with me. I never made her watch anything. And I loved Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas. When I saw Fallout 4, I was so excited. I was so excited. Let's see here. Okay, that actually I'm probably going to do, and then I'm going to tear it down right afterwards. And when Fallout 4 came out, I was underwhelmed, but I didn't hate it. And then as I played the game, I was like, I'm not a fan. Like, I think that this is a massive missed opportunity. Let's see. And we're just going to auto-resolve this. It's getting late. But I do want to take this part of Gaul back. And if I can, push the barbarians off of my continent.
Ready for orders.
Get rid of those. But when I bought the, I think I bought the expansion pass before they even released anything for it, because I was like, man, it's Bethesda, so you know, maybe I won't like everything, but I like some of it. And what I ended up doing half the game, or more than half the game, is just going around and connecting settlements together, so I can build massive settlements and just kind of have fun with the building structure. That was the stuff that I found the most fun. I could care less about the actual story, which is new for me in a game. Like I play games for the stories. Aside from Total War games, then I play them for, you know, just taking over the world, because who doesn't want to do that? But it irks me, the fact that developers have been making money hand over fist ever since we went digital for most things. And they're not getting better, they're getting lazier. And they're not just getting lazier, they're getting really lazy. And we can blame anybody and everybody, but at the end of the day, it still doesn't matter. The products are still getting worse every single day. And nothing is going to change because people are still going to buy it. That right there irks the crap out of me. I know many people that know me personally would say that I'm being overreactive and being like, just a Debbie Downer, but it's like, no, it's true because I've seen it and I've watched it and I see where many pieces of the industry are going and I don't see it getting better. I see that people are like, they're going to try to continue saying, well, what if we can do mobile and PC gaming at the same time? And it's like, no, do not do that. And they're going to go, no, we're going to try it. I was like, okay, cool. How did Command & Conquer 4 work out for you? Oh, it didn't. Okay. And they're going to keep trying it again and again and again and again. I think the only exception to the rule would probably be, there are always exceptions to the rule. I think Wasteland, is one of those like really good mixes between console and PC gaming that I realize is like, you can do it with a console because it works so well the way that it is. It's turn-based. You don't really need a whole lot. And you could even put it on mobile. I am a wasteland. I'm a wasteland of opinions. Nobody wants to go there. Nobody wants to hear them. But you're all here, so you're going to hear them anyway. Even if you don't pay attention. But no, it's one of those things that I can't. Every time I look at it, I have to look away because I get so pissed off by it. Because I remember when I was a kid, there was fantastic stuff being developed every day. I mean, like every time I turned around, there was another good game coming out. It may not be amazing, it may not be like mind blowing, but it was a game that was worth playing. And now it's just like, nah, they're all garbage half the time. Like pretty much everything they churn out is trash because their stories are garbage or their products are not even finished when they launch. That part also is like, how do you like? I'd feel terrible if I launched if I did everything and just like if I produced anything halfway done like some of these developers do, I'd be fired. With good reason too. Obviously, you should not be bringing half of the games they launch today to the market in the state that they're in when they're launching. I get that there's going to be day one bugs. Every video game has them. The difference is that back in the day, those bugs were very few, and it just seems that whenever they went digital, whenever you could get them online, they just got lazy. You didn't need to worry about it. Why? Oh, you'll patch it. Okay, well, you could have patched if you can get a patch out day one. Why not just do it before you get it there? You obviously know that it's there. You couldn't wait a whole week. I mean, you're making so much money off of them, man. As I said, like I remember like whenever they started trying to sell people on the idea of digital, and people loved it because they said, "Hey, we don't have to charge you as much. Think about all the money we're gonna, y'all are gonna save when we don't need to charge you $60 a game because you don't need CDs anymore, right? You get them straight from the internet. Well, guess what? That saves us money, which means we save y'all money. Fantastic. I'm on board. Well, yeah. Up until they immediately just kept charging you $60." They're still pocketing that money, man. And now they're starting to charge you for more and more and more of the game. That old joke with the hamburger, and like, before a full burger came with, everything. I saved a bunch of money by not buying so many video games. Not that I can afford to buy them now anyway, but let's see here. I'm ranting so much I'm not even paying attention to what I'm doing anymore. Let's end the turn. Fatigue rate. This is a governor, so definitely that, and then that. No. That, and then that. Nope. Blood feud. Ooh, hello. No, how do you think I get through my day, man? I don't even know how to say it. Well, thank you for joining us, Low Jewish. don't even know how to say your name. I'm sorry. I apologize. But I don't know how to say your name. Is it? I did. Oh my gosh. That's how you know my stream is degraded. It's now turned into a Geico commercial. Now I need the progressive lady to come in. Did you know that switching to Geico can save you 50% or more on car insurance? Yeah, is there anything after that? I don't think there is. Oh my gosh, they've gone through like one frickin' Roman emperor per like attempt. Jeez. It's so easy a caveman could do it. Oh my god. This is what we've been introduced to. Alright, it's getting rather late, so this is probably going to be my last turn for the night. So once this stops, I'm going to just save as long as there's not a fight that I have to do, because it is getting late, and I do have to get up early tomorrow. I have to do stuff that I've been putting off for weeks on end. Yeah, basically, yeah. It's not quite that bad, but if I stay up much longer, it might be. Because then I won't get tired anymore. Then I won't be tired, right? Roxolanians. Germanic paganism. They don't look German. That is not a German-looking face. But I'll peace out with you anyway. I've seen the face of Germans. Oh, come on. Well, Mr. Low Jewish, we play this every Friday where I basically pair it up with some history stuff, and we've been going through the Gothic War. Alright, this fight's already won. I'm not even going to bother. So if you enjoy watching on Fridays, what I do is I play this game until I either can't stand it anymore and I get frustrated, or I get tired. Most of the time I get tired.
Oh, yeah.
Well, thank you for following. And we do history stuff alongside it. The rest of the week is, well, just games I'm playing through. Showing? I show nothing. Oh, that's right. I have a settlement that I'm working on, too. I need to break those down. What is this? What is going on here? My lord, due to the success of recent construction projects, there are a lot of materials left over. Where should we do them? Use them? Sell the spare materials. Oh, yeah, no. I'll have to go back and look at that. What it's supposed to say is somebody's BDE. Oh, yeah, no. So I usually, like right now I'm wrapping up for the night, so I'm not going to do many of them. That being said, I think I've probably auto-resolved most of the fights here. You must construct additional pylons. Well, maybe not. We'll find out. But no, I'm not doing that. Let's see, where is that temple that I built? I gotta tear that down. Oh my gosh, look at all these things I gotta take care of. Oh my gosh, oh god, just break it down. Oh no. Garrison's quarters, break it down. Break it, alright, hold on, can I turn this? No, break it down. Market stalls, auditorium. Where's this? Yeah, we do manual battles here, but not right now. We're wrapping up for the evening. And let's see, let's do that. Ugh, I need some stuff here. I need some stuff to make this work. StarCraft. Oh my gosh, now a game that let's talk about another game that I can go on for hours about. Hey, Bravo. How do I gain coins? I don't know, man. I don't even know what you're talking about. I tax people, yes. I tax the peasants into submission as they should be. I need a drink now. See, that's my voice is starting to give out. You can hear the crackly noises in my voice. Don't you tell me to calm down, sir. Sorry, I was entertaining myself way too much there. I was told that I didn't need to go to church, so I didn't. So I tore down all the churches. Wait, what the? Okay, that was weird. All of a sudden, Emerita was like, oh, negative, this is 0. Now it's -6. All right, one more turn. One more turn. I can do one more turn. It'll be fine. Yes, gumming it. Tastes like tapioca. All right, I'm gonna stop doing that before actually somebody unfollows and decides not to come back ever again. All right, let's see here. Where was I? Siska. I don't want to upgrade that just yet. Well, I do, but I don't. And let's see. Are we ready to move forward? I don't think we're ready to move forward yet. I'm still rebuilding all this stuff, but I've got what? 2 giant stacks of awful right there. Isla Joish, thank you for following us this evening. I appreciate it. And we will hopefully see you on Monday. Actually, I think now, before I keep going, because now I want to talk about StarCraft, but that's not fair. I will not go to bed if I start pissing and moaning about StarCraft and what's happened to it. I think I talked about that last Friday too. I want to make that like a normal thing, is just talking about the same things that tick me off. But let's not do that. So I hope everybody had a good night. I really enjoyed the conversations at the end of it. I hope the format tonight was a bit different. I hope that people enjoyed it. I tried to focus more on the history versus history and playing. I know, right? So hopefully I will see you all again Monday, where we'll pick up Jedi Fallen Order. And I hope you all have a wonderful... Actually, no, I'm sorry. Saturday. We're going to continue playing Halo 2. And then, on Monday, I will see you playing Jedi Fallen Order. I got to get my schedule straight now. So I hope to see you all again tomorrow evening. Have a good night. And have a wonderful rest of the weekend if I do not see you tomorrow.